Big shout out to you, Smooth. I got that message the other day. You gonna be in here tonight? Looking for you. This show's for you, fam. And Niners! Football time. It's back. Before we do it, because, you know, when you're a team like us and not the Cowboys, you go late into the playoffs so often that you feel like the seasons are just coming like this and coming like that. Market Pro, you will respect Sharice. And by the way, somebody mentioned it. There'll be no real any disrespect for the women. Gender-related remarks will be handled without. I mean, I'm talking about total. Boom. Prejudice. But yeah, you can argue with the women though, because you know you can't beat them arguing straight up. So you go ahead and do that though. I didn't say anything about that. He'll beat your ass. I know rehab, Brock, rocking, rolling. Now I know what you're saying. Today doesn't count. I want to put the spotlight on that whole situation to make it make sense. All right. 49ers got that. Ooh, the offense got beat up today. 49ers training camp day 3. Brock Purdy, he's still looking sharp. I'm still getting love. Malik Mustapha, I'm talking about day 2 since we're going to cover both 2 and 3 as quickly as possible. At this training time point in the NFL season, there's only so much that you can be taken seriously during the 49ers workouts right now. It's going to be the whole time anyway. They're going to put the pads on. It looks like the conversation is saying that it looks like it's leaning toward maybe next week. However, to know who's already standing out can be telling for plenty of reasons. Guys like Mustafa, I said, Mustafa, okay, he did that 2 days and almost, yeah, okay, good. We're worried about him for a number of reasons. Mustafa's not built like your traditional blueprint safety, long, rangy, quick, good anticipation skills. He's got that, though. And Mustafa the anticipation skills must be really good because you're getting a jump on the ball. Brock Purdy being the most important player on the offense, looking crisp already as enlightening, considering the trail he has come down since 2022 when he was drafted as Mr. Irrelevant. I wonder if people are going to get off him about that. I imagine when he gets that huge contract, he ain't irrelevant now. Malik Mustapha is immediately giving Niner fans reason to believe in him. There are no pads just yet, so the joy over any glorious plays at this point, they probably should be tempered. To the phones we're going to go, though, to talk about day 2 and 3 and of Niners padless training camp, just to get a feel for what the 2024-25 Niners may look like going forward towards Super Bowl 59. Texas boy, you going to be there? Yeah, you're going to be there. Texas boy, I do anticipate you guys doing the same thing you do every year, though. Just tearing up. I think because for some reason I think it's a conspiracy. They line up all those teams below 500 for the Cowboys to play, thus giving people the illusion that they might be good. And suddenly when they play a 500 team, they get the brains beat all the way out, whether it's in Texas Stadium or wherever they go. You guys have become a comedy team. And I thank you for the relief. As a 49er fans, we need you guys to provide that kind of humor. Imagine beating the Cowboys 3 times and not having a Super Bowl. The Cowboys weren't nobody. That's the reason why. You got to beat somebody. Texas boy, don't you ever say anything about the Super Bowl. You've not even been there. You haven't been past the first round of the playoffs. I know, surely I digress. Okay, don't get me started on Texas boy. By the way, fam, the Dolphins just gave Tua Tagovailoa a 4-year, $212.4 million extension. Why are we concerned? That's roughly $53 million per season for a quarterback who most would say is not better than Brock Purdy. And then you look at that, the Lions started this by giving Jared Goff $53 million as an extension. And then, and yes, I don't know, straight up, Brock beat Goff right in his face. Come on, man. I don't think that. Actually, Brock's actually beaten Tua, didn't he, when he first came to the league. And then, Fab, Jordan Love Yeah, the Packers agreed to a 4-year, $220 million contract extension. This according to Yahoo Sports' Jory Epstein. I know, breathe. Because you and I both know what that means, right? The deal will make Jay Love the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. Okay, but that's not, who cares? Here's our problem. ESPN's already gotten on it. And ESPN, nobody asked you to say anything. Just shut up about it. Brock Purdy's contract could cost, for $65 million per year. Are you scared? There's going to be nobody but him and Kyle out there. It's frightening. You know what, though? Let's not concern ourselves with that now. We don't have to. We got to win that Super Bowl first and then pay him $70 million a year. Starting with who wasn't on the field today, Trent Williams continued his holdout. Brandon Ayuk continued his hold in. And a huge number of players did not even practice today, which is, I'm telling you that because that's why things look so bad. I mean, things went completely south for the offense today. Coach Shanahan will provide a bit of clarity on those injuries tomorrow. But not practicing today, Javarius, Brandon Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey wasn't out there. Flanagan Foles, he limped off the field day one, as you already know. Isaac Gorindo, hamstrings killing him. John Feliciano was not out there to be seen. Jake Brindle. One thing about Jake Brindle better get that ball up this year. I don't want to see Brock Purdy picking the ball up off his shoelaces. I want him to look at somebody else. And Feliciano and him are taking snaps, switching back and forth now. Jake, you can't throw the ball at the man's feet, man. You're going to get him killed out there. He needs time to get a receiver coming out of his break. And if you got to bend over to pick up the ball, it's your fault. Spencer Burford wasn't out there. Jacob Cowing, George Kittle, Tay Martin, Nick Bosa, Malik Collins, Ricky Pearsall continued side field work. Debo said he expected Ricky P. back sometime next week. Talanoa Hufanga was also present on the sideline. We've got, we look at a MASH unit sitting out there, tents and everything on the sidelines. There has still been no sign of Drake Jackson, who along with Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw in hand with linebacker groups is on the physically unable to perform list. Drake, I mean, this is bad, Drake. There's no room to give people a long time to develop anymore. You either have it or you don't, especially after 2 years. Drake, this is your third. Drake, what is wrong with you? There was no Nick Bosa today, but the pressure did not let up. They damn near killed the offense. Backup offensive linemen and tight ends took a tremendous beating out there today. You can't really assess any trench work, though, fam. There was no pads, but Jesus Christ, the defense wasn't wearing any pads either. But for the faithful in attendance at the workout, that had to be a terrifying experience. Can you see him out there? Oh, is Brock okay? You're not supposed to touch him. You know, things like 11-on-11 begin with a clear pressure from Leonard Floyd versus Eric Saubert. Then a run stop by Floyd on the ensuing play versus Braden Willis. The next play was a joint run stop by Kevin Givens and Yuta Gross Matos, with Gross Matos discarding Saubert like a piece of, I mean, it was terrible in total. Oh, sacks and pressures today. Ooh, I'm looking down this list. It goes on to the bottom of my monitor. Leonard Floyd, 1 sack and a pressure. Javon Hargrave just had a sack. Yuta Gross Matos, a sack. Sam Aquanu, a sack. Kalia Davis, he got him a sack. Domino Lord got involved in unblocked blitz, and 1 pressure. Backfield stops, Leonard Floyd had 1. Kevin Givens had 1. Yuta Gross Matos had 1. Austin Bryant had 1. Jordan Elliott had 1. Keemon Hall. Who is Keemon Hall? He had a sack. No, I'm sorry, he had a pressure. That's a sack. Malik Mustapha came in there and grabbed. I don't know if it was. They didn't say. They don't indicate which quarterback. Devondre Cadrell had 1. Tatum Bethune had 2. Fred Warner also stripped Elijah Mitchell after a catch, and then should have had a flag thrown on him for taunting. Fred took off his helmet, jumped up and down, ran to the defensive line after Isaac hit him, scooped it up and ran it back towards the end zone. It was a bloodbath out there, fam. Woo! Those kind of workouts, I think, Kyle, we ain't getting no work done today. Let's just go ahead. This ain't doing the defense no good to play against that. Let's just stop wasting time if somebody gets hurt. Purdy's first pick. This was an ugly day for the entire offense, especially the quarterbacks. But let me remind you again, it was limited with backup offensive linemen, and it was way back. I'm talking backup all the way past over the bridge. And Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Ricky Pearsall, Jacob Cowing, Tay Martin, all unavailable. And starting with the pass breakups, there were 3 to account for. Shaquille Brown and one clear swat against Josh Dobbs. Fam, I'm worried about Josh Dobbs. I know it's only day 2. Let's see what it looks like next week. Josh Dobbs is struggling mightily out there. He can't throw down the field. Understand that Danny Gray was loose. Him and Cowing went downfield. Josh couldn't reach him. Slant routes and things like that, Josh can't handle it. Is he having some kind of anxiety attack out there or something? Yidiam had a pair of impressive pass breakups, including one on an overthrow from Brock Purdy, deep ball to Debo. They could have been picked off, by the way. Purdy missed one deep shot over the middle intended for Ronnie Bell, but it was too far. I imagine Purdy was trying to keep that ball from getting picked off. It looks bad, y'all. If you can't catch the ball, I'm just going to throw it away. And Yidiam and Jair Brown, they were not far off in coverage. It could have been picked. For Jair Brown, today marks 3 straight days with INTs. He got his first of camp by ranging over to the left sideline on a bad overthrow of Samuel by Purdy. He made a nice toe tap to stay in bounds. To say Josh Dobbs has been struggling would be describing, I imagine it would be something, I'd be being nice by saying he's been struggling only. Josh, my God, I already picked you as quarterback too. Today, J. Dobbs almost had a day without a terrible throw. He almost did. He threw a blunder to a wide open Cody Schrader on a swing pass. You know what? I guess even with your own team, the offense got flustered because they was getting battered. It was embarrassing. Faith was sitting out there watching. I mean, it has not been convincing for Josh, though. But who's seen this coming? I thought he's going to be okay. Again, the offensive line talent was exposed today, and O-line coach Chris Forster, who was also taking credit for Spencer Burford's fail in Super Bowl 58, tried to shed some light on the situation, starting with the plan at right guard. Forster intimated that it could be a 2-man race. Did open the year, but wide open afterwards. Forster saying this, quote, you can tell it's great, it's hard. It's not like we're going to be able to just, I think, say, this job belongs to John, or this job belongs to Spencer, or this job belongs to Pony, or whoever. By the time this shakes out, who knows, maybe the right or left guard at the position. I think Banks is set. Probably assume that on her own. At right guard spot, I'm going to say it's like a wide open competition, but it's going to be interesting to see because there's good players all with different things that they do well and different dynamics to the whole thing. Do you really even want Pony out there as the best player? Is that the guy? Do you want him out there opening day Monday Night Football against the Jets? You know, that question penetrated there. I think about that a second. I said, you know what? No, I want Pony out there maybe for week 3, week 4, week 5. I don't want him out there with lights, camera, action, and having no experience. Rodgers will see that. Their defensive line will see that. He is still a rookie no matter what he looks like in camp. He will be meat. Maybe not all the way meat like some of our guys, but he will be meat. Coach says if he's the best player you do, those are the bright lights, whereas opposed to Spence and John, who have done it. So there's that whole dynamic. I understand that. I really do, and I appreciate it too. Don't put him out there too soon, Coach. And then it's just who's playing the best, who's playing well. You have to look at John Feliciano as an aging player to say what's best for him in regard to trying to make it to, hopefully there's a week 18, 19, 20, if there are those weeks at the end of the year. Coach Schwartz is looking about the right way. You see, because I'm telling you right now, I'm trying to prepare us for this. I'm saying this. Going into the beginning of the season, first thing we're going to do is start crying about who's on the offensive line. We're going to think there's going to be better players that can be put in the position to help us to win. We could be wrong. It could be the fact that those people that we want in there have no kind of experience. You can't have an all offensive line be rookies. They'll get their brains beat out. And Spence and Puny, I imagine at some point, Spencer, Spence, man, I'm really worried about him because ever since that little fail he did in the Super Bowl, you know what though? It may have hardened him. He may be a man with a chip on his shoulder. He may be a man that's coming to go talk about me, man. Every time I look around, man, I can't go nowhere, man. Going to the grocery store. Aren't you Spencer Burford? Yeah, no, man, I ain't Spencer Burford. You look like Spencer Burford. I ain't Spencer Burford, man. I told you. Because you see it? People getting all on him all the time. Unfortunately, there's not as much to develop guys or have a competition, but coach thinks it's good. Right, I think the coach was asking about Purdy in particular and raved about his skill set. He loves him. They do. Everybody does. We do. He called him a really good player and special guy whose skill set clearly entices him. He just needs to get a little, give him a little bruising up, beat him up a little bit. Come on now. And then, of course, Purdy be hard, and then he'd be ready to roll. By the way, if you're wondering about Tatum Bethune, he got a chance to play middle linebacker with some of the backups, and all of a sudden, there was this loud voice. It was him. It was Tatum. He called out adjustments and defensive shifts clearly over just about anyone else on the field. So he's loud and he's badass too. When he was in that spot, he made back-to-back plays in the form of backfield run stops. It was a promising look. All right, Tatum. I don't care what round you get drafted in. Get out there and kick some booty. Yes. Family, just to make you feel better though, day 2, to refresh you on how things shifted before you get on the phone. Christian McCaffrey was a full participant at practice, and he makes all the difference in the world in that offense. And you know this, I know this, everybody knows this. He joined in on both individual and team drills in Thursday's workout. Niners were testing out multiple offensive line groupings on the first team that included Jake Brindle. Snap you at your shoelaces, Jake. Who was that Kyle Shanahan told to get the F off the field? You know what, I wonder. Okay, anyway, John Feliciano was taking reps at center. Third-year spinner, a third-year guy, Spencer Burford, took reps at right guard, while Aaron Banks and Feliciano also split reps at left guard. Jalen Moore is working in at left tackle with Williams, not at practice. Not at practice. You know what? And it's already been mentioned probably in a lot of places. You know, one of Trent says, look, man, I don't need to pay for no money next year. I'll quit, y'all, because you know what? I don't really need to do this. I'm just doing this because I want us to give it another shot. But I ain't going to run out there and no guaranteed money and get hurt. Come on, Trent, don't get pissed off. We were just playing. I mean, we're just kidding. We're going to give you your money. My God, there's no need for us to get upset here. He can pull that card if he wants to. You know the 49ers will jump immediately. The 49ers may play hard all they want to. When Trent Williams says he's going to quit, they will pay him. But Malik Mustapha nearly snagged another pick, breaking up a pass to Jennings near the left sideline. That was yesterday's workout. Brock Purdy connected with second-year tight end Braden Willis up the seam for a gain of 20 or so yards. Brock was smoking yesterday, man. He had his people out there and looking good. Purdy showed he hasn't skipped a beat in terms of timing and chemistry with Deebo Samuel Sr., who, by the way, Yidim found out who the strongest was. Yeah, you see the film? Yidim had his arm all up in Deebo's chest. Deebo's out of him, boy, and ran off. Made Yidim stand there and look like, damn. I just don't worry about it, man. Deebo's strong, man. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You're all right. Brock started working him. Then he hit Deebo multiple times, sticky coverage and everything else. Jake Moody news. It's good, fam. It's good. Jake Moody made all 4 of his field goal attempts all day. Oh, he hasn't missed one this offseason yet. Well, I know we've only done 3 workouts, but still. You got to root for Jake. He's got to get all the support he can. Don't go to his website tearing him up anymore. Does Jake still have a website or did he take it down? And Jordan Mason, good news. Yeah. Jay Mason caught multiple passes over the course of 7-on-7, 11-on-11 periods. He was on fire. CMC was checking him out. Yeah? I'll have to sit down a little bit to let him play, I guess. CMC said nothing but good things about Jay Mason. He's improved so much from the first time meeting him. Just in the meetings, the way he is out at practice, our whole running back room has such a good energy to it right now. We're all pushing each other, making each other better, but also being there for each other. It's a really fun room to be a part of because you want to talk about guys, forcing you to be at your best. Every single one of these guys are doing that. See, we got nasty things going on. We got good things going on. We got things you can't really figure out going on. That offensive line is scaring me the Jesus out of me, though, fam. I ain't lying. I just got to change. Here goes Brock. I need to call out Big Show for being incorrect again, saying Tua turning the ball over would be God. Show, did you say that? Did you say Tua was gonna be good? Show, Joe's always throwing people out though. Big Show will cut people in a heartbeat. Yeah. Show, on behalf of Brock O'Neider and myself, Show, you're wrong. Oh, you're as wrong as two left shoes. The man got paid massive money. Hey, let's welcome in the Honorable Rev. Rev, get on in here.
Ronbo. The Rev gonna make it a little bit short and sweet. I just want to address the elephant in the room. I love how we get individuals come in our chat and, they want to stir the pot, kick over the hornet's nest, however you want to put it.
They try.
And it baffles me at times. Like, you can't fix stupid. You really can't.
It's been proven.
But, hey, we appreciate that we live rent-free in your minds. Y'all want to talk about our squad all the time. And I'm just like, well, damn, we got a Cowboys fan in here popping off. And I'm like, bruh, we cooked you. Yeah. Why are you talking?
And didn't you?
We got the Ramelia reject still talking. So I'm just like, I laugh at y'all. Like, get your weight up. Like we say back home in Brooklyn, yo, get your weight up. Like you I mean, facts are facts. You got Texas boy. Oh, Dallas is 5-2 postseason, bro. We're 5-4 in the postseason. Last time y'all beat us was in 1995 in the postseason. I mean,
it ain't one of.
But it is what it
is. Since I mean, they haven't even sniffed the NFC CG. How you gonna be?
Like Brock Purdy got more playoff wins than Dak Prescott. What does that say?
In 1 year.
Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about more important stuff.
Yeah.
Training camp news is sounding good. I mean, the team is coming together. Trent, I'm not going to talk about that. Like, the man got to handle his biz. It is what it is. New year, restart, refresh. We coming in with the same mindset. Same mindset, family. We fear no team that come before us.
Mm-hmm.
Period. In order to get to the Super Bowl, you got to go through us.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple.
Mm-hmm. It's a sign
in that whole
Super Bowl
NFC
goes through Santa Clara
conference.
Mm-hmm.
You got to come through us in order to get to the Super Bowl to represent the NFC, and that's going to be a dogfight that you may not want to see. So time will tell. Right now, it's game at a time.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we do it.
Yep.
My Bill Walsh philosophy, it's not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
The man said it himself. It is a game, and we take it a game at a time,
That's right.
Play at a play, down at a down.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nobody that's going to argue with me about the great Bill Walsh. That conversation is shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So, but outside of that, let's get ready.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, y'all can say what you want in the chat. The Rev comes with facts. Like, hate on it, but we love it. Ramelia reject. Hey, we got 2 home games a year. 2 home games a year against y'all. So we love it.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's get it. But the Rev want to poke some fun at the rejects in the chat. And the fans, stand up.
They like
rep that red and gold. You know what I mean? I'm gonna end it super quick because y'all know how I do. In order to beat a man, you got to beat the man. Woo! But we thank you. We love you.
Thanks,
we appreciate this platform to speak our minds and our hearts about our beloved 49ers. Let's go, fam. Stand up. Let's go. Let's have fun in this chat. Let's make them rejects feel even worse than what they are. Rev, holla at y'all.
Thank you, Rev. And Rev is coming from a coach's perspective. Yeah. The man's got brilliant knowledge as far as the game of football. So Texas boy, Chrissy Everett, and all you silly people from other people's Ramelia, you guys come in here to get an ass whooping every time you come in here, and I just can't understand it. Rev, have a great night. Big Show's quip back toward Barack O'Niner. You know Barack O'Niner, a.k.a. Jersey Joe. News changes so quickly. Its reports were out that contract negotiations weren't going so good at the time, in my opinion. But so, as far as you did not say he was going to get cut, you didn't say that. I know. I guess if you didn't, I guess if you don't sign his contract, that would be the same thing. Hey, Big Show, get ready though, because Brandon Ayuk and John Lynch have become bros. They watch practice together. They probably, they probably go out to dinner after practice is over. They probably talk and carry on, and talk about asking each other, you play golf? You got a handicap? It's business. It's not anger or hatred. They're going to sign him. Matty, how you doing, Matty? Are they going to sign Brandon Ayuk?
Yes.
I believe it.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely, we are.
Hanging.
Yes.
This is just, there's just some mild thing. And at some point, probably Lynch is saying, listen, you know what you could do? Get rid of your agent. The money's going to stay the same. You and I need to discuss some other things. And I know you're a sharp guy, and I know there's not going to be a problem for you to understand things. He's a problem. The guy's an idiot, all right? I'm just telling you the truth. Now come on in and leave him at home and let's talk. Can you see it?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I like that.
You know?
Just leave him at home.
Yeah.
Don't worry about him.
God. Look at you, brother. Manny, things are going on in practice. There's a few guys that are standing out already. What is it, Gross Matos? He may be the other guy on the other side of the line because I figure you're going to have Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd's going to come in on obvious passing downs. Or I'll put them both on that side. It's some of the combinations that are being looked at out there are interesting already. I can't wait to put the pads on. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we really made some right choices in the off season, and I feel like it's going to pay dividends as far as like just the productivity. Like you said, you can already see it in camp.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the depth there, and we have all sorts of good problems to have,
don't we? And
it's a beautiful thing.
That's what we're working out.
That's why you got people like Rudy hanging out here, wishing he could be a 49er fan.
They really do, don't they? Because they've got nothing to talk about every year, but other than us.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that you can't talk about their own team. There's nothing to talk about. You got to talk about the guys at the top. We got to take them down.
The only thing Texas boys got is they did win a Super Bowl ring more recent than us, but it was only one season difference. Yeah. And it's like, you know what, man? Like, yours is just as old as ours.
Yeah. And that's going to end. That's probably going to end soon. If you had to bet on one team or the other getting the next Super Bowl, it'd probably be us. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and dude, the last time the Cowboys beat us, they had Tony Romo. I don't want to hear any of it.
Romo's been up in the booth how many years?
A lot of years. Yeah. Dude's like 80 years old now. Yeah, dude. They got nothing. Like Rev said, we've got 2 home games with the Rams. SoFi South and Levi's North.
Yeah, that Rams game, that's going to be an interesting game because honestly, the Rams have improved from last year. They were decent last year. This year, I suspect that they'll be a little bit better. Wait a minute. You know, what I keep forgetting to subtract is the fact that there is no Aaron Donald. Now, that's going to make a huge difference in their defense. Huge.
I am kind of curious about that because they made strides in other areas, but that's the one that I'm curious about the most. No. Funny, I was just thinking the same thing, Ronbo. I was like, that's... You know, as much as I say he's washed up, he wasn't washed up. I think he was smart and just retired early so he could actually,
he still had
to enjoy the,
Yeah. I see now there's nothing to respect there anymore. Well, they're not bad on defensive line, but they're not Aaron Donald good, though.
Well, and he probably wanted to retire healthy, man. He made a ton of money already, hang out with the fam. Mm-hmm. Dude's still a monster.
Sure. He'll probably come out of retirement year after next. After this one,
Probably.
Be
a little too late.
Yeah, come back and ask the 49ers, can he deal with the Rams and see if he can get back over here? Rams fans, Aaron Donald wants to play for a winner. You're not that. You got 2 trophies in 70 years. What does that say about you? That says you've been struggling to gain upon the elite.
He'll probably come back as a Seahawk.
You know, and the Seahawks would sign him for mad.
That'd be funny.
Because they want him.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Donald was a Seahawk wrecker. Ooh.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. That's no joke.
Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy. Understand there's snap and pop in that pitch now. What we see any mistakes. Brock's trying some things, and he mentioned that in his conference. So whatever you see, Brock make a mistake out there, we can't overanalyze that. He hasn't got his best receivers. Yeah, but when Ricky.
Yeah, he said he's trying things. Yeah. So I like it. Yeah. Well, he's coming into a year where he's not rehabbing.
I know,
right? So he's going to get a full year, man.
Well, he's
going to get a full season, Ronbo.
That's going to prove to be volumes on his advancement forward. Because if you're not rehabbing and you're working on everything you do. And he actually talked about the things he's been doing off season. He's been, in Jacksonville. He worked on some things, mechanics and things like that. It's amazing the things you need to learn within a shorter period of time between seasons that he's going to get to do this year. We're going to see a different Brock Purdy this year, and people have been picking on him. They're going to have to stop this year. I can feel it right now.
They're not going to. They're not going to have any room to talk after the season, bro. Like, and he's even looking more bulked up.
Oh yeah, he's strong. Baby Bosa legs.
Love it.
Nick Wright, we're coming for you, baby. Yeah. We're coming for you, Nick.
Oh yeah, that guy needs to cut his hair, bro.
Oh, he needs to cut a lot of things. He can cut his hair starting at the neck. I'm so tired of him. Nick Wright got it.
Right at the neckline.
I mean, he was talking major trash for that Super Bowl and almost lost it. I was praying so hard because Nick Wright may have not even shown up that following day to talk the trash he was talking.
If we'd won.
God, he was at the parade in Kansas City. Nick, you kiss butt. You're annoying.
Super annoying, dude.
I don't even believe.
I can't stand that guy.
He's an ass. Anyway, the thing is, do you believe he was a Kansas City fan before the Chiefs started winning? I hate people that do that.
No, he's a bandwagon fan.
So when they go down,
he's one of those. There's a lot of Seahawk bandwagon fans too.
Yeah, we saw them. Hey, you mentioned that, Maddie. I wonder how many Hawks fans have went ahead and pulled that 49er jersey out of their closet, put it on, and pretended like they were never Hawks fans.
Pretended like that didn't happen.
I'm telling you, because you know what? Every time they show that parade of people standing on the sidelines or on the side of the streets when the 49er bus pulls in, it's huge. And I think it got larger last year because I always pay attention. That warms me up. When I see that, look at all that red and gold lining the streets up in Seattle area. Wow.
Isn't that crazy, dude?
Yeah.
It's just nuts, man.
Wow. Both sides of the street. Wow. So,
Well, what I think you're seeing, Ronbo, is beyond the fact that it's probably, who knows, probably politically driven, but you're seeing people move out of California to different states. That's why I think you're seeing more of the 49er fans and even in my area too, which is awesome. So I get to say what up, bro?
Yeah.
So I don't mind it, but I think that's why you see them more there than you used to.
Oh, it's a migration. And, California's tough, man. I mean, to live in, especially San Francisco, the Bay Area is whoa. So,
dude.
Whew, man.
Oh my goodness. My buddy went to Fresno State and graduated from Fresno State, and he said he worked for a drug company after he got out of college, and it was a little tiny shit box in San Francisco, and it was even like $2-3 back in the. That was in the. What was that? It was probably like 03.
Oh man,
crazy, dude. Yeah,
and you got to live outside of the city. People who work in the city live outside of the city. They don't live in it,
They do, absolutely. My uncle drove from Modesto to Livermore Labs every day.
Ooh, commute, traffic, pain, stress. Yeah. We got to go, Matty.
Yep. Anyway, Ronbo.
I'll see. I
signing out, man. I'm in the Vegas area tonight.
Are you? Oh, when? Just when?
Yeah.
All right.
I drove by the Raiders Stadium today.
Yeah, stop and park, look around.
No, I just drove by. It's a pretty place, man.
Yeah, I know. It's a brand new facility. That's got to be gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
All right.
All right, brother. When are you going to be on next?
Sunday. Be looking for you, too. All right.
All right, buddy. Yeah. I'll see you Sunday night.
Have a good time in Vegas. Matty. All right, fam. Night.
I will, brother. All right, buddy. Night.
Night. And let's get double A. Double A.
Ronbo.
Double A. All right. So far, guys have been standing out with an exclamation point. Of course, Brock Purdy's been sizzling, looking good up until today when he had no offensive linemen out there to help him and no offensive players either. But for the most part, he's looked sharp. And then you got Mustapha when the house was loaded out there making plays. You know, if Mustafa's going to look good, because I'm already worried about Talanoa Hufanga on opening day, Mustafa's not going to help us on opening day, maybe that much. But Jair Brown's also cooking too. So, you know, because honestly, this is only the first few days of camp. I got a feeling development's going to take place between now and opening day anyway, but you know. But what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, so far, Malik Mustapha is just showing off in training camp.
Mm-hmm.
And they say Brock Purdy looks more confident and he gained some weight, like very muscular. So
yeah, he was very careful about that. He didn't put on size just to be putting on size. He put on actually weight that matters.
yeah, and I think what's it? Matt Miyoko says that he throws more like oomph, something like that.
Like who?
I think Matt Miyoko says that he noticed that Brock Purdy throws more, like he got that juice of throwing the football, like
yeah. More pop. Quick. Yeah, more pop, more zip. Yeah. That's he was working on that. He's working on that. And honestly, the thing about people, but you got a noodle arm. Well, those are idiots who don't understand what it's like to have your arm broke, you know, and your throwing arm at that. I mean, the man's arm was never weak, but when you're hurt like that and you got to rehab for like months, well, yeah, you're not going to look the same as you normally look. So he's not looking like that now. He'll stop that conversation immediately already.
But I need to get that blanket out of here.
Aaron, could you? I think we lost Double A. Aaron, you got some kind of tech problem going on, Aaron. I can't hear you if you're talking. Yeah, Aaron's definitely got a tech problem. Let's come back to Aaron. We got nobody else here?
Yeah, I'm back.
There you are. All right. Aaron, what? You remind me of a friend of mine.
My phone dropped, though.
Yeah. I thought it was something else. It was. I just have a friend who space out, and all of a sudden. But go ahead. He's never mind. You're not him. Go ahead.
But yeah, and also your Turk Gross Matos looking solid.
Gross Matos.
So.
Yeah. I didn't know what to expect from him. I'm liking what I'm hearing now.
Yeah. I think when he was in Carolina, he didn't did that much in Carolina, so it's probably crystal sword, making them more improved.
Bring the
So,
best out in them, yeah. Is it
yeah,
Carolina where that really good edge rusher was? Then went to Texas?
no, he went to Penn State.
No, I'm talking about, didn't Carolina have a really good edge rusher up until this season? And I think,
Oh yeah,
and I think
Brian
he's,
Burns.
yeah. Remember all of us were saying, oh man, get Brian Burns. I said, man, you ain't got no Brian Burns money. I want him too, but you ain't got any Brian Burns money. We always yell about people we can't afford. But yeah, Brian Burns, he's in Texas, ain't he? And
No, he's with the Giants.
is it Giants?
He's with the yeah.
Okay, the Texans picked up somebody. I guess it wasn't Brian Burns.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Danielle Hunter.
Danielle. Yes, that's the guy. Brian Burns was Danielle Hunter. We didn't have any money for him either. He's in Texas. Honestly, just to move from subject to a second, I don't know how the Texans are going to lose that AFC. Patrick Mahomes, he doesn't know it yet because he's full of himself. He'll tell you in a minute he is. Texas is going to beat his ass. And everybody over there. And that goes for Lamar and Josh Burrows. These guys are in trouble. You know what? Every time we watch our 49ers, I got to feel a lot of us because what is Texas doing today? We need to be concerned about them. I don't want them in the Super Bowl this year. I got two teams I'm thinking of I don't want. I don't want to see Kansas City or Texas. And I ain't talking about Dallas either. Go ahead. We'll be back to subject.
But
Ooh, they're gonna be tough.
yeah, and today I think Bosa had a day off, so
Yeah, he did. For sure he did.
yeah.
So
And so far, I think Jacob Collins looking solid.
yeah. I've not heard about any receptions yet, but he comes in the second unit, and Joshua Dobbs is just having a terrible time. I'm hoping that'll straighten itself out soon. Otherwise, we're gonna have to go with our number 3 guy that we just picked up. But he doesn't. I never keep his name in mind. The guy we picked up for the Bengals. They said he's having a nice camp. Poor Josh. What happened to him? Anyway.
I guess maybe he's having some I don't know if it's anxiety or something like that.
But as a football player, you need to get over that. Especially this time of year, you can get thrown out. And we didn't draft a quarterback. Wait a minute. What we had what's this game that went to he got drafted by the new league. And I said, what does that mean? Mordecai left. Mordecai left, didn't he?
He did?
I got to look into that. I know he got drafted.
I can't remember.
Yeah, he got drafted by the new league, but I don't know if he left. I didn't even know what that whole meant. I meant to look into that. Anyway, we're gonna go and let me see you Sunday. All right, AA, double A.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. And just have a great night.
Have a good night, fam.
Thanks, fam. See you Sunday on Twitter. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony. Man, Tony, we're going to get this. This is why I'm making jokes about today's workout and yesterday's for that matter. They got to put on pads. And even then, it can't be taken too seriously because guys are out there trying things, they're experimenting, they're doing things. That's why it's preseason workouts. But for the guys who do stand out, even a preseason workout, it's kind of fun to watch. So the secondary is looking good, Tony. Brock is looking not like the guy they've described and defined over the last 2 seasons. Well, the only reason he's doing as well as he is he's got, first of all, he's surrounded by the Avengers, and then he's got the ultimate Jedi coach in Kyle Shanahan. And I love an analyst. Hell, I could do okay in his position. No, somebody slapped that dude, man. No, he couldn't. So, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Brock, too. Give me some sum-ups.
Well, I heard that the O-line was trash without Williams.
And not
Jalen Moore couldn't
even worse.
Block the shit.
Pads, though. They need their pads. But still.
Pads, no pads. Okay, we'll see what happens with pads. But if that's still the case when they've got pads on,
I'm praying. No, please, God, please.
you got Ricky instead of an O lineman in the first round. Is that going to come to bite Shanahan on the ass? Dear old Ricky instead of what you needed.
Well, yeah, blame Coach Forster, Tony. Listen, you guys go out and get yourself a playmaker on those first opening rounds because I can take a fourth rounder and make him into a good offensive lineman. Coach, those are not good offensive linemen. What are you saying that for? Chris Forster, and you already told me about him. Sometimes I think he gets loaded before he comes into work. God.
Yeah, well, you can feel, Ronbo. We've got a Forrester, we've got a crack smoker for a coach. The guy talks, he doesn't stop talking.
He's rehabbing.
You can tell when he's on it.
You're right, because no matter how long you get off it, you're going to get back on it. I've seen people try to quit. They cannot. Some people cannot get off recreational drugs. Money means nothing. Oh.
No. Well, one of the dudes that I subcontract for, Ronbo, he's dead now.
Is it because of drugs? I didn't read a chuckle, but I mean,
yeah, he had like a $2,500 cocaine habit per week.
Oh, and, that's a lot of snow.
Yeah, plus he was taking a whole heap of other stuff and blah blah blah. And I used to say to him, to his face, "You idiot! You're gonna die. You want to live forever, do you?"
Well, that's it. Why do they always talk like that? Alcoholics, the same thing. I mean, you got, dude. But it's quality of life, not speed. What do you? Anyway, I wish Shanahan wouldn't take Forster so seriously on that. I think he's thinking. I think he's listening to him. Forster's been around for a long time. Don't worry about your offensive lineman in early rounds. Get yourself a playmaker, guys who put their hands on the ball. I can make an offensive lineman for you. No, Chris.
How does that work? How do you make an offensive lineman? I mean, I understand you. My understanding of players is you look at his characteristics, his skill set, and his athleticism, and his build, and then you go from there, and
everything,
and then you can see whether you can make a player out of that person or not if he's got all those things. Yeah, okay, but just just make a player out of anybody. Bullshit. How do you do that? I'd love to know how to do that.
Yeah. That's the same guy at the parts shop. Listen, I can fix that for you, and I'm not gonna have to spend a lot of money on the parts too. Let me handle this for you. All right. 3 months later, you're out in the middle of the highway, stranded. Car broke down on some of those parts he put in there. And I calling him on the phone now. Hey, you know that blah 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 and blah 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 you put in there? Yeah, how much you pay for that? Oh, I got that. I mean, I got that on the dirt cheap. That's why I was able to lend the savings over to you. Well, can you call me a tow truck? Because I'm out here now, and then bringing it back to you right now. No, I never bring it back to him twice. This is why the conversation of Forster, is he doing a good job, or is he just BSing us into keeping his job? You know what I mean?
I think he's BSing everybody keeping his job, if you ask me. But we know that our secondary, is going to be good. We know the safeties are going to be good. We're covered in that department. It's the departments that we're not covered in, and if one person gets injured, like Trent,
dead meat,
or they're the parts the parts of the team that I'm worried about, Ronbo. We've got a plethora of weaponry and secondary and all that stuff, but O-line, I don't want to lose another Super Bowl because of the O-line.
God.
I mean, if that happens, seriously, if that happens, someone's going to have to tap Kyle on the shoulder and say, mate, either you address this bullshit or tell your story walking, pal. There's the door.
God, at some point, you can't keep accepting this. That's true.
You can't. I mean, just like you said, if your car keeps breaking down because of a certain part that you keep putting in there secondhand, and somebody tells you, look, this is going to keep happening until you buy a brand new one.
It just doesn't work.
And you keep refusing to address the problem, well, it's going to keep happening, which is what keeps happening with us. They refuse to address the problem, and, it keeps happening. And like I've said before, I hope I eat my words and they pull some rabbit out of their ass and, but that first game against the Jets, I know everyone's probably saying we're going to whoop the shit out of them and all this stuff.
Have you talked to anybody who said that? You know what? I'm telling people now, man, do not count that as a win just automatically. Oh, that's going to be
not
tough.
Automatically. That's going to be a battle.
Oh, hell yes. That's going to be a fourth quarter win at best.
It's going to be a battle, and it's going to be a big tester to the rest of the season. And not only is it going to be a tester, all eyes are going to be on the 49ers with that game. The whole league is going to take that game and dissect it to the umpteenth degree to say, okay, well, here's their first game. They couldn't even show a strength against one of their old coaches. So
they're going to formulate a way to beat the 49ers from that game. And we already saw what happens in the run game. Everybody in the NFL started running on the 49ers week after week. And I'm not sure how early that started, but going down toward the end of the season in the playoffs, run the ball. The Niners can't do a damn thing about it. And they were right. Fought our butts off.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
Well, that's what good coaches do, Ronbo. They analyse every single thing. And their personnel and all those people there that watch the games. So, to me, that first game against Robert Saleh, and I respect Robert, and I know he's a very, very smart man. And that game is going to count for a lot for me. I don't know anybody else, but to me, that's going to be a goddamn very important game to win, especially to win.
Tony, we got to go, though. I'll tell you what, Sunday, I'll be looking for you, and let's see if they have a better workout tomorrow. If they would.
Maybe Forrester will be handing out ecstasy pills or something after next show.
or else walking over here. Stand still. Right? Don't look, turn around. Take a two to this. Now listen, this is going to help you play better. Lawrence, the greatest linebacker in all time, used to do this week after week, and he became a Hall of Famer. Shh, don't tell anybody I told you that. Lawrence, LT football. Tony, I'll see you Sunday.
All right, brother. Shout out to Evan Ellis, Big Show, Papa D, and the rest of the crew, and see you in the next one, bro.
Looking forward to it, Tony. Great night, fam. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah, I actually, fam, I'm joking, but I'll tell you right now, I know there's substance abuse in the NFL and it's rampant. I don't think we have anybody who plays like that, but you can actually tell sometimes who's juiced up, and it ain't something that he's been taking all along. It's something he took on before that game. And Robbie Gould, I swear to God, Robbie Gould used to smoke a pot of dope every week, and I know it. And before the game, because nobody's that cool. I mean, the game is on the line. Robbie go out there like, Just another day at the office, babe. And kick that thing right between the uprights. And I'm talking in a playoff game. I said, God, that's not human. But hey, I salute to him because we needed him to do a job and he got it done, whatever means it took. Don't, listen, if you're a kid, I'm just making jokes about football players that are grown men, okay? I'm not advocating that. I'm just saying, which I shouldn't have. Okay, hey, Steven.
And don't worry, Ronbo, I'll say it for you. Don't be a bitch.
Steven.
There you go.
So here we go. Hey, by the way, Debo's been looking good against in practice. You know that. I thought about you when I was reading that, Steven. Debo's out there doing things now that he's the only guy in camp. Everybody's saying that they're going to get rid of Debo in order to keep Ayuk. And you've also said they're going to keep Debo to get rid of Ayuk. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but it's interesting to see how this is unfolding. But what are you thinking?
What am I thinking?
About our workouts.
I'll believe it when I see it. Practice is one thing. Actual game ball is another. We said the same thing about Lance. Look what happened. We said the same thing about Jimmy.
Yeah.
Look what happened. We said the same thing about Raheem Mostert. Look what happened.
No, wait a minute. Wait, what are you speaking of exactly? We said the same thing about. What? Said what? About them being winners?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Once we get into that winter season, Ronbo, it's over.
Yeah.
That'll be the real test of the 49ers. How good they are.
And, but you know something, Steven? These guys they've been there so many times. If they flinch or get all deer in the headlights about the big games now, I don't know why they would. Been there, done that too many times. And to an embarrassing level. Think about it, Steven. They go to the Super Bowl now, I could see them yawning. You know, here we are again. Guys, listen, let's not walk away without a trophy this time, right? And we should have last time.
Yeah, I think if the Niners make it to the Super Bowl or if they don't make it to the NFCCG, I really think, I'm a firm believer that one of the two, either Kyle or John or both, is out of there.
Well, they may decide to step down. Sho and I have talked about this a lot. I could see somebody resigning because they'll think that they're not helping the organization any. But actually, it'll be a face-saving move.
Honestly, I think it would be Kyle that would step down.
I did too.
He would like, you know what? I made it to 3 Super Bowls. I made it to 2 Super Bowl appearances. I made it to several NFCCGs, and I've only made 2 losing seasons. And if he can't do it this time with the talent that is now present, not only that, but the draft picks that were picked up, then he just has to resign. I'm sorry. There's no excuse at that point. There's zero excuse.
Yeah.
You can't Brock.
He's embarrassing the Shanahan name. I mean, you can't just keep getting your ass beat like that.
Yeah. And against the same guy, too, might I add.
Yeah.
Against the same.
That compounds it, doesn't it? Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, they must be praying for the 49ers to get to the playoffs so they can go ahead and get that 3rd in a row. And provided CJ doesn't take them out. They got their own issues over there in the AFC, though.
Xavier, and I don't know if I saw it correctly. Wasn't Xavier Worthy out with an injury now?
With the Chiefs? Xavier's with the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not. I don't talk.
But
it makes sense, though, Steven, if he is hurt. Anytime a guy runs that fast, the chances of going from to practice to week 17 without an injury to his calves or his thighs, anywhere, I bet the odds are incredibly big against that. Not going to happen.
Oh, yeah. The odds are stacked up. When you're running at a high rate of speed, Ronbo, and you got to stop on a dime, the risk for injury is so much higher.
And explode.
I mean, the roof is like lower than what it would be as if you were just, not going full speed.
Man.
That's why when you see a lot of players and they're gunning it, they'll just fall. They'd rather take a fall than try to stop on their own feet.
Yeah. And make a quick cut. Oh, that's got to be high stress. Knees, a lot of body parts suffer on that kind of movement.
Oh, yeah. All your ligaments in your knees. Because if you really look at it, Ronbo, the human body, the knee is the one area in the entire body that is lifted, that is literally lifted between cartilage and tendons and just fluid.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. It's literally just being held up. It's almost like a suspension bridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only body part in the human body that is like that. Everything else is kind of like stacked up on each other. The knees are the only ones that almost are technically floating above each other.
Yeah. And so a quick cut, and that cartilage you talk about is wobbling. Rip.
Yep.
How many months?
That ligament on.
Yeah. Even with the guys getting plasma injections every year, that fluid you're talking about, even that goes down. And once that goes down to a certain level, now those bones are going to start rubbing together. So now that athlete's in more trouble. Yeah, it's scary.
Those shots you're talking about, Ronbo?
Yeah, the
actually
injected
do more harm.
platelets. I forgot the term.
What was it? They call the cortisol shot.
Yeah. We had, how many players do we have doing that every year?
Too many.
Yeah.
And you know what the messed up part is? Is that it actually causes, it's almost corrosive to the, those little discs in your spine.
Really?
Like that nice soft tissue. It actually eats away at that.
Oh God, I didn't even know about that.
So,
I don't know people. I don't think schools do it anymore. But when you get a shot, cortisone shot, we had certain players got those at the college level, ankle, wherever you were hurting, and you didn't feel the pain. But at the end of the game, once that shot wore off, the dude is over there screaming in pain, man. I said,
Yep.
Maybe you didn't feel the way you do it, but you're tearing that. Woo! I think they've outlawed it.
You'd be surprised, Ronbo.
But they outlaw. I know they're doing it still. Winning is everything in sport, at every level now, even little leaguers. So when Rome gets a little bigger, whether it's baseball, and my sister's son, he's a good ball player. He's a good pitcher. He's 13 now. I said, you know what? Come here. He's playing way too much. He's pitching. The coach, he's the best pitcher you got. His arm's going to be hanging by the time he's 14 or 15. You got to talk to your coach.
Yeah.
You know, that's insane. When young ball players now, and the same way in Pop Warner football too. You don't get out there, kid playing quarterback. It's real scary on young arms how coaches think they can just treat those kids.
Oh yeah, for sure. When I was in sports, hold on, Ronbo. Sorry about that. So when I was in sports, Ronbo, I mean, our coach wasn't too hard on me, but we never won any games. That's the problem. We never won any games. And so the next season, I got sick and tired of it, right?
Yeah.
So I started training myself. I was training day in, day out, 5 days in the gym, at least 2 hours working out and eating like 2,000, almost 3,000 calories a day.
I know that's,
and I'm talking just.
We all went through that. Bad on the kidneys. Yeah.
I'm telling you, Ronbo, by the next season, I was the star player in the entire league. I was killing them.
Yeah.
And I went from playing, from like just bourgeois soccer to this. I mean, I even played for Sac Republic. Like that was my best. That's how good I was when I was 19.
You know, see, sometimes you do have to get within yourself. You know what your body needs. You know what it takes for you to get better. Coaches they're coaching a unit. They're not coaching individuals who know more about what their body can handle and what it needs than the coach does. So you did the right thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The coach utilizes your talents. He's not supposed to train you. He don't know your body like that.
Especially at that level.
Like that.
Yeah, because they don't have a bunch of trainers. They just got the coach and maybe 2 or 3 guys. But yeah.
And you know what my main inspiration was? Every kid's got to have some kind of inspiration. Every player's got to have some kind of inspiration as to why they're doing what they're doing. Mine, believe it or not, I wanted to look good enough to be on Rocky IV.
Yeah, hey, whatever it takes, you know. Yeah. Most of us had Hollywood stars that we looked to emulate. It's not unusual. So yeah, Whatever it takes.
I was going for it. And let me tell you, I was the fastest I ever was. I was the strongest I ever was. I was so damn strong, Ronbo.
Did you hear that music? Dun, 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 dun.
I took on, what was it, 6'4", blonde-haired Dutchman, straight from Holland, and pumped him off that ball like it was nothing.
Whoa! That's what I'm talking about.
Ronbo. I would have been the perfect running back at that time. Or I would have ran through people.
Steven, look at us. We're way over time. Let me see you Sunday. You might mess the Roman Scarlet, Mrs. Steven. I'll tell you what, let's get together Sunday.
Hopefully I feel better by Sunday.
Yeah, I do too. I hope Trent's signed by tonight.
I hope so too.
All right, fam.
All right, Ronbo.
Night,
You have a great night.
You too. Hey, Smooth! Get in here, Smooth! Oh! Smooth!
Hold on, Ronbo. Hold on 1 second.
I'll hold on as long as you want me to.
That went down the wrong way. Hold on.
Hey. Texas boy.
Okay.
And his 49ers chokers. Smooth.
I'm
Good to hear
here.
from you. Good to hear from you, fam. Come on in here, man.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay. First of all, I want to thank all the kings and queens that are faithful for all their prayers. I don't have no more tears to cry.
Oh.
You know, so it is what it is. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So let's move on with the Niners.
All right, Smooth.
First of all, let me start with the head coach, Shanahan. Everybody talking about the players. This is it for Shanahan right here. Shanahan wants to hire Bill Belichick for any position he wants to, offense, defense, whatever, mainly on defense. He turned it down. He don't want to take no coach. He don't want to take no coaching job right now. If Shanahan blow this Super Bowl, Belichick will move right in.
Oh, and take over the whole
become
operation.
Head coach of San Francisco 49ers. It makes sense. He's waiting for the perfect opportunity. Tell me what the other opportunity is out there. A team that's already stacked. They have to get it done because after this season, we're gonna lose about 13 players.
Smooth, that's the only thing, though.
We have 8 defensive. Huh?
That's the only thing. Will Belichick go to a team that's about to lose a lot of personnel? If they were young and second, third year men with a nucleus of 4 or 5 guys that are getting paid a lot of money, but you could be on something.
But think about it. Look at everybody that we had drafted. I kept saying this is the best draft that we had. Look at everybody we draft.
Yeah.
We have players that can play right now. So if we lose any starters, if we lose IU, Porcel, he slept right in that spot right there. We lose Debo. Now, my uncle asked me, he said, who would you keep? Either Debo or IU. I said Debo, because we already have IU and his teammate when he was in Arizona. They're similar. Great separation, same speed. They worked off each other, practiced against each other. They're the same person. You put 11 on him, be like, oh, that's IU.
And only
you ain't gonna find another Debo.
Year. Yeah. And you know what Belichick will do, don't you? He'll make him into the same kind of wide receiver that Brady had. Small guys that are quick, short routes, and they'll eat up the defense in that fashion. It's not Amendola, the other one. Well, Amendola was part of it, but man, that would be interesting.
Oh, he had 3 of them. Amendola.
What's his big star? Yeah, I know. I'm having the same trouble with that guy. I can see his face. I just can't remember his name. But anyway, we know what we're talking about. And yeah, Belichick would love to see that kind of offense.
Wes Walker. Wes Walker.
Yeah, Wes Walker. Thank you.
But what's the guy that most recently one though? Edelman. Yeah. Now, they tried. He'd probably bring back his OC too, Mike. What's his name, McDaniel? Although that would scare me.
Oh yeah. But another problem. Let's not get too excited about the Super Bowl and we're gonna blow people out. Let's pump the brakes because we have a problem.
Yeah.
We don't have no backup. All those it looks like ass.
Especially if Chiefs got there.
If Brock go down, we done, bro. We done.
I know.
And Leonard Floyd, oh man, he looked like Fred Dean from the past.
I know. Leonard Floyd is him and Nick are gonna just raise hell. So you know,
my cousin went to the open practice thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't go because my medication, they got me on morphine. That shit ain't no joke.
Yeah.
But they went to the practice. They said Leonard Floyd, he had a hamstring. You couldn't even tell he had a hamstring. And he said he plays through pain. He said he did that last season.
One of those guys.
Pain.
And looks just
he's a dog. That's why he wanted to come to the ask him. He said, "Why did you want to come tonight?" He said they play men football.
Yeah, I know. I love them.
He said grown men ball.
That's what he's talking about. I play through pain.
He's been watching it from afar when he was with Buffalo, when he was with the Rams. He's been watching it from afar. He couldn't wait to get from those teams and get to the Niners. But who else? The other rookie that we drafted, Crowley. Jacob Crowley. Oh yeah, they say he looked good.
Hey, is he on a defense? Wait, Jacob?
No, he's a wide receiver. Remember they drafted 2 wide receivers?
Oh, Cowling. Yeah, I heard it. L.
Cowling, yeah.
Yes, indeed. I can't wait.
They say he looked stop and start. He just separate. Yeah, hands, everything.
See, the 49ers, they did this
he
on
looked
purpose.
Good, but and they said yesterday Ayuk, he was at camp.
Yeah, him and
sold
John.
Up backpack shorts. Yeah, and him and John Lynch walked off so I don't know if that's going to be they go try to get a deal done, or tell him to stay patient, or see what team he want to go to if a trade do come about.
Yeah, because they were hanging out today, and check it out, fam. They were checking out. Both of them were standing there just watching practice together. Yeah. They were watching the defensive backs work.
Yeah,
I said, "What's going on with them two, man?"
But he want to know about the numbers. He don't give a damn about that practice. What's the numbers? What's the numbers looking like?
You know. So Lynch is like they're chumming up and hanging out. I'm wondering do they hang out after they leave the field too? I mean, they're becoming bros.
I don't know. I don't know if they went to the steakhouse or what. I don't know what they did.
What is going on? Why don't you guys do contract sign instead of standing out here on the field?
I know we got the fans still in the dark. We don't know what to think. We just speculating, but I don't know what's going on. So it is what it is. Like I say, I'm like Bernie Mac. I don't believe shit. The shit happens. So all this going back and forth and all that. It is what it is, man.
It is.
But I don't want to keep you too long. I just want you to know I'm in good spirits, and I'm
glad to hear it, Smooth.
Y'all have been awesome. And I've been listening. I just haven't been, to tune in because I was under influence for the medication. But I got 2 surgeries coming up, and I got one August 12th. Then after that one, I got another one September 24th, a day before my birthday. So,
all right.
Yeah. Figure
Smooth,
that. But,
I'm telling you right now, change is going to come, man. We're pulling you through this.
Oh, man. Right. Man, I'm feeling the prayers. Like I say, I'm around my grandkids, my family and everything. And it's just like, I'm not thinking fuck cancer. I just, another thing. Let me just say this, educate the viewers if they didn't know.
Go right ahead.
I went to a cancer specialist. He was telling me about some different kind of chemical stuff. He said, how do you I forgot the name of it. He said, how do you get this in your body? I said, what are you talking about? He said, have you had any motor oil? Check this out. I'm thinking he's BSing me, right? Mm-hmm. I said, what are you talking about? He said, traces of motor oil is in your system that triggers your cancer. Because I had cancer twice. I've been in remission. Wow. So they kept doing the test, my blood. I say, I want to know everything about what's going on with me. So they gave me MRI, everything in my kidney, is weak, but they're trying to, it's stable. It's stable now. My blood pressure, everything is stable now until my surgery comes on the 12th. But getting back to chemical thing, everything he was naming, he said, do you know, he said, what do you have? I said, pancakes and all this, I don't mess with that no more. So I took in serve sample, everything that I eat, he's thinking that's triggered me. So I took everything that I have to him, right?
Yeah.
If anybody got, let me grab it because I don't want to tell nobody the wrong thing. Let me try to get it right quick. Hold on one second, Ronbo.
No, we'll wait because this is important.
Okay, it's called, Demar, where did you get this served from? Safeway or Fuco? Fuco. Okay. It's called Kroger Serve, right? Kroger
Serve. K-R-O-E.
Kroger Serve. It's motor oil, bruh.
Okay.
They put traces of motor oil in there. I know from experience because all my tests came back.
Wow.
And check this out. All that McDonald's, every fast food in the United States, do not eat that. It triggered me too. You can eat a whole bunch of McDonald's stuff and go to the bathroom and shit it out. But the chemicals stays inside. And once it gets inside your bloodstream and your immune system, it breaks it down. People probably say, oh, damn, I felt a sharp pain. Where did that come from? You probably won't feel that pain for like a month or so. But then it starts coming down because it's breaking down your T cells, your white cells. It's breaking it down. So all these young kids, I seen so many babies. Oh, my God. I see so many babies, Ronbo, in emergency, in hospitals that you don't really see like that. They have problems that older. I'm 58. I'll be 59. God say the same. I see people with the same thing I have. It's this fast food. And McNuggets, the nuggets and all that. It's not meat, man. It's not meat.
No, I heard about that a long time ago.
It's not chicken. It's not chicken. No, none of that. Y'all have to, and your vegetables, you have to wash it. If you get broccoli in a bag, whatever, vegetables in a bag, or it's left open, like in the counter, you know, when you go to the grocery store and they got that spray and spraying all those, that's chemicals. That's not water, man.
I know.
That is not water. You have to take all your vegetables, get a saucepan, a big bowl, and some cold water, some vinegar, and some baking soda. And you watch all the stuff bubble out. And once it's bubble out and be flat where there's no more bubbles, it's safe to eat. I'm telling you. But it may be too late for me, but I'm trying to tell everybody. I wouldn't be a man, and I'll be less of a man if I didn't tell anybody. You know, I'm trying to just get the word out there. I'm serious. When China had the earthquake and tsunami, and they lost so many people, the United States was giving them like 300-some thousand pounds worth of food. They said, no, keep your poison. We lost enough people already. Oh. That's telling us right now.
It's so smart.
Everything that you eat is like pick your poison.
Oh.
World War III is coming, right?
Oh.
World War III is coming. They had Russia and Japan flying side to side in jets almost into our airbase. And they had this was today.
That was Russia and China. But yeah,
Russia today, and they say the only thing they was worried about if they had any bombs, any warheads on those planes. They didn't, so they turned around. It's coming, bro. So I'm just saying, everybody, you know, say your prayers. You know, protect your babies because all the fast food and these gummy candies and all that, it's all poison. It's all poison.
Yeah,
it's no good.
It's the only way it can stay on the shelf.
Yeah, it's no good, man. So you have to vet. The only thing you do is get your greenhouse and you know, grow your own vegetables. Because people that got farmlands that's all in the open, all they're doing is spraying over there and dropping poison over your crops. And then they get it, bag it up, and send it to these markets. Yeah, and we eating it.
And
be careful.
Even the organic foods, they're grown right next to commercial grown foods. So I said, you know, that stuff is still going to one place to the other. Smooth, man.
It's a dirty game. It's an evil world, man. The higher ups, I mean, how much power do they need? Now they want to take out their own people, man.
You know what? I could talk to you about this. You know, I could talk to you this about 4 hours. Let's continue though. Let's get back here Sunday, Smooth. Every chance I get to talk to you, I'm gonna be definitely appreciative.
I sure will. So faithful. My brothers and sisters, thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you. God bless all of you.
You just stay healthy as you can for us, right?
And eat smart. Eat smart and be careful, especially your babies, your kids. Stop taking them to McDonald's. Get regular checkups. I'm telling you. They're trying to take us out.
So
okay?
Sad.
So God bless. I'll continue watching and listening to the show.
And hey, thank you, Smooth. And we'll continue to bring in nothing but best of vibes in your direction, too. All right, fam.
And I'm going to keep doing my investigations. If I find out anything else on the next show, I'll tell you something else.
Thank you.
But I'm only telling you from experience, my brother.
I'm hearing I believe every word.
Just in my stuff that I've been eating. Yeah.
Motor oil. That's God.
Motor oil, bruh. Motor oil. I mean, man, hey. If you don't believe me, if you go to next time you go to doctor, take a sample to your doctor and tell me to analyze that. But it's already out there, though. And then you got to watch out for these doctors and stuff, too, because they'll tell you what you want to hear, but not what you need to hear.
Yeah. And all over together, Smooth. Smooth, we really got to pull up, though, fam. I appreciate Smooth.
Go ahead. Just go ahead.
All right,
okay.
Smooth. Have a good night,
God
fam.
bless. Thank you. All right,
you
you too. Bye-bye.
Smooth, passing on the facts. Wow. But probably in the back of your mind, you know this stuff. Every time you drive up to fast foods, you know it's not to be eaten. But you say, I'll eat a little bit here today. I won't eat for another month. It probably never goes away. There's no doubt about it. Hey!
Ronbo, what's good with you?
Hey, man, we're sitting back here smooth as enlightening on stuff that a lot of us don't even know about. And then you got the 49ers. Today's practice, they probably should have canceled. But it is early in the season, so it's okay. We're going to learn from all the mistakes we're making right now. And, yesterday, one day that's great. The next day is not great. But we do this every year. So there's no point to overreact to it. It's just interesting to hear who's doing well and who's not. And will those names remain the same from now until opening day, or will suddenly guys emerge? Because you and I both know we see guys early in camp that stay good. And every now and then you see a guy that started out and fizzles away. But usually the guy starts out hot, he stays hot. So that's what I'm looking at. What are you thinking, though?
I'm thinking all that's great. The caller before you, great call. God bless. McDonald's was never good for you. It's fast food. If you want to get something to eat, go to the supermarket, like you saying, wash the food or clean it and cook it yourself. Yeah. That's the only way you can make sure. Yeah. That way you know. Other than that, like I said, anybody worked at McDonald's know they probably dropped the hamburger on the floor.
Yeah. Worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken in high school. We dropped that chicken on the floor all the time. And I remember the first time I went to throw it in the trash, and the manager said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I fell on the floor. So put that back in the grass score. Really? Yeah. Okay, man.
Yeah.
Detroit versus everybody.
Oh. But
and they lose to everybody.
Nobody takes that stuff seriously. As far as commercially, it's all about the money.
Oh, man. So that's the funny part about that one. But I don't know. Like I said, cook your food, go to the store. You save money that way, too. Yeah. I was going to a spot where had lobster tails, and we bought them for $5, $6 a lobster tail instead of going to Red Lobster, what was like $25 a lobster tail.
Preparation, chef, organization, chain.
Yeah. So, I don't know. 49ers heard Brock Purdy throwing up a little interceptions, but I'm glad it's in practice.
Only 3 days.
I think he's trying.
3 workouts. Yeah, he's doing some things.
Yeah. And Debo's like the only wide receiver they said is out there without Ayuk. But you know what I mean? I think Parcells going to do good, or whatever his name is.
He'll be back next week. Pearsall.
Yes. Yeah. Pearsall. So they said that N is doing real good. Yeah. They said Mason is catching balls or passes.
Yeah, Mason is. I'm glad you brought him up. Mason is. We've been pulling for him for how long? 2-3 years now. He's been with us for 3 seasons. Right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that's why. Like I got not an issue with this, but it's like I seen Mason do a good run. He did like a 40-yard run when he fell at the 5-yard line or something.
And he never falls back. Nobody knocks him back. Mason, it must be he's worked on his pass catching. Because even CMC commended him on that. It's the only thing left is probably his pass protection, I would imagine.
And that's what they saying is the problem. But like we was talking about it one day, like you in practice you practice this, and if you fail, then you're not gonna really get okay to it. But in the game, don't do nothing what he's not used to. You should have 5 to 10 plays what he's perfectly good at. Boom. That's the 5 or 10 plays you do while you're in the game. Yeah. Not the new play or not this play. Keep it simple, stupid.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? Kiss.
And Elijah Mitchell, I want Elijah Mitchell, I want him to take a third of what Mason takes, and Mason ain't gonna be taking that many either. I want to see Elijah Mitchell make it from week 1 to week 17 in one piece. He's struggled with that. Mason is a brute. The dude is tough. He's big. He's strong. He's fast. Let him play, Kyle. You can save both Elijah Mitchell and CMC. Let that boy play. Oh.
And you still got the 2 other guys, the running backs.
I forgot about them. Schrader. And what's the other guy?
Guavo or something.
Grindo. He already got hurt.
Yeah.
Pull a hammy.
And they supposed to be both fast.
Yeah, Schrader.
So,
Schrader is just tough. He's just a good football player. He's not necessarily fast, but you're not bringing him down like most running backs. Guys that are faster than him. From what I understand, that boy is good. Reads quickly, makes his decisions, blasts through holes. That's the guy Kyle Shanahan wants for his kind of offense.
But I heard like the other guy who's 6'3", 220
from Green Bay. Yeah,
I don't know. He's a rookie. The running back. We just said his name. He gets tackled with one person on his highlights.
I'm thinking about
He's
the guy.
Fast,
we do have a tall guy that we just got picked up as a free agent. I mean, yeah, from Green Bay. What is that? I can't be the same guy. Maybe.
Nah, it's Guerrero or something. He's a rookie.
Oh, Grindo.
The rookie running back.
You say he gets taken down easily?
6'2", 98 speed guy.
Hey, is Grindo that tall? I
He's
didn't realize
tall
that.
and big. He's about 6'2",
I know he's big.
22.
It's 4.3 speed.
Yeah. But like I said, Elijah Mitchell supposed to have that kind of speed too.
I know, right?
But it doesn't. It depends on when you're playing. Like, if you running into people, you're going to slow down.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, you got to get that. And then, like, they did, oh my God, they had a Seattle fan doing highlights of Brock Purdy, and he was digesting them or, looking them up. Brock Purdy is a Jedi.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Brock Purdy's a Jedi.
Bad arm.
He's a good.
Injured.
I can't wait till Ayuk and everybody get back. I hope we get our whole team. I want Brown and Hufanga in that background together. I think they're trying to go away from that.
Well, no, only because Hufanga's not healthy. If he's not 100%, he can't help us. Because Hufanga, he does a lot of it. What he does is cerebral. So if his body's not really ready, he's going to struggle.
Hopefully, he's been all season. I mean, I know Greenlaw ain't going to be ready, but Hufanga's supposed to be ready week 1.
I know.
Hopefully.
He said he would, too.
Yeah.
Well,
Greenlaw not going to be ready till week 4.
And there's no doubt about it. I mean, that's hopefully week 4.
Hopefully, yes, sir.
Yeah. But I don't know who's.
So we need to work on that linebacker too. But if we get Warner hurt or somebody, he can come in there and don't go 8 for 8, getting passed on like they did last year. And Kyle Shanahan, you gotta, whatever book you gotta read, whatever thing you gotta look at, you gotta get over this hump, Buffalo Bill. That's what we starting to look like.
Because Kyle's hard-headed. I mean, he's just doesn't have any faith in any of the people. You trained him, Kyle. You don't believe in him?
Maybe
let Mason play a snap or two. Let's see him see wrestling.
Maybe you don't train him.
Well, yeah, maybe could be.
Because I ain't never seen all these rookies get hired and John Lynch get admired, but we trade and pick up everybody who we, McCaffrey, and we got like 5, 6 running backs before McCaffrey. Now we got McCaffrey.
It's funny you mention that because Kyle didn't want McCaffrey. They had to talk him into it.
Man, that's why I said I don't know. Who do we have beside McCaffrey? We can't count on none of the rookies today because we ain't never seen them yet.
Well, yeah, I was getting ready to say, because we haven't seen them yet. We don't know.
Yeah, so Mitchell and only person, Mason and Mitchell. Mason, you act like you don't like him, and Mitchell gets hurt every other play.
That's, man. Hey, we're out of time. We're going over too long here. But listen, I'll see you Sunday and looking for you.
Love you. I want to make sure I talk to you, go to sleep, and all that stuff. Ronbo Sports, let's go.
Thank you. We appreciate you, fam.
Appreciate you more, Ronbo. You the king of this, man. Keep it up.
Shucks. Thanks, fam. Appreciate that.
Where we definitely need you.
I will not leave you, I promise.
Ronbo Sports, go Niners! Kids sleep in the house. I can't yell too loud. Good night. Niners, let's go.
KFC, they just followed us. Okay.
Love y'all. Be good.
All right, Phil. Yo, Eric. Eric? Eric. Come on in, Eric. You know, everybody's talking about Eric. And by the way, Don Bird, please, you can call in, you know, since you always do, to make that announcement, of which, by the way, we're bored with. Don, come on in and let's talk some football. I'd love to scratch you. Just pick your brain to see if there's anything in there besides Motor City. Hey, Anthony.
What it do, Ronbo?
Anthony, man, we're sitting back here and waiting for the days to come when we got the pads on at least, because practice got a little stupid today. Nobody, you know, Brock, all his army was sitting down watching and doing whatever they were doing. Kai hasn't said anything about what was wrong with everybody. We already know about the holdout and the hold in. Anthony, somebody needs to write a record about Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams. I mean, God, bookends. Hold out, hold in. I ain't coming in till you fix me up with my. You know, because it's all about the money. Always is.
It's all about the money.
Yeah. You know, show me the money. So, you know. I'm telling you right now, though, Anthony, Trent Williams is liable to pull the old card on him. Man, y'all go argue with me about this extension. I'm going to just go ahead and check out because and get what I got owed to me for this season and call it a day, because I'm not going to argue with y'all about extending my – I ain't got no guaranteed money next year. And as hard as I've worked to help us get to where we're at, and you go tell me that you got to argue and think about this for a minute, I'm out. Hey, Trent, come on, sit down, man. Pour him a glass of red. You like white? Get him the white. Calm down. See, you know, this is what I'm talking about. We can't do deals. Everybody else is signing people right and left except for Dallas and us. I don't want to be in the same bed with Dallas.
I think I heard something like, I think John Love holding out too.
Who?
John Love.
Jordan held out, but they addressed it immediately. Now Jordan's he's the highest paid quarterback in history of the game, right? Don't drag these things out. The players need to be out on the field working out. We need to get ready for the next season. I don't have time for this arguing. 49ers are too old-fashioned about this. I don't know what they're doing wrong. And I understand it's not a unilateral thing where one side just say, okay, and it's over. I understand there's got going back and forth, but come on, man. Somebody with a better head, get in there and talk. Do something. Bang, bang, Lions gang. Oh, my God. But Anthony, go ahead, man. What are you thinking?
I think they're gonna spend Trent Williams, and they're gonna make Brandon Ayuk play up on.
Wait, they're gonna make Brandon Ayuk do what?
Play up on what's up? Up on
that 5th-year contract. That 5th-year option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5th-year option.
Because he's not going to stay
around. They ain't got no choice because
He doesn't have a choice, right?
They ain't got no choice because they got to pay. They know they need Trent Williams. There's no if and bust about it.
Yeah, I mean, really do. He's got to be there. They thought the same thing about CMC. They signed him up immediately. They cannot do without Trent Williams. Don't even entertain that thought. So go ahead and do it. And then, like you're saying,
though, everybody talking about Kyle. First, Kyle go. I think this is it for Kyle too.
I know a lot of people do.
Because he not got everything he asked for.
Yeah.
You crying about the type of running back you got, now you got it.
And he didn't want it. They had to talk him into it. Yeah.
Yeah. You got your wide receivers.
Yep. You drafted
And you
drafted Ayuk. Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe Belichick is our coach next year. Can you imagine that? We had to start all over for a couple of years. But, Anthony, honestly.
We got the players. We already got the kind of players that Bill Belichick like.
Yeah, but we're not going to be able to keep all of them. A lot of those guys are on the wrong side of their contract. And they're not going to be able to keep all of them.
I'm talking about the young players that we drafted.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Cowan is your Wes Welker. So he Cowan been playing. He been shining out there. Yeah, and Pearson. And Pearson ain't hurt. They showed him the day running on the sideline.
He
running on the sideline yesterday too.
Yeah, no, Ricky's got a hammy problem because he was out doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing.
He run on the sideline today, and one of the beat writers said he looked like he was 100%.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll be, Debo says he'll be out there next week. I don't know what made Debo think he had the authority to go tell anybody this, but Kyle hasn't said anything yet. But
I see Debo when you said
that. Yeah. Debo, you in charge now. you the OG of the wide receivers now, right? He actually is.
He got the C on his chest.
Yeah, he
got
is.
The C on his chest.
Yeah, he is. He is the guy. That's his group. And Ayuk and Pearsall and the rest of them, they work for Debo. All right, I got no problem with that. What I do want is Ayuk out there, though, because that's a savvy veteran now. Ayuk will smoke any defender in the NFL that thinks they're going to stop Brandon Ayuk. Boy, if they got a surprise coming. So
they need Brandon Ayuk up there to teach those rookies.
Exactly. Because him and Brock Purdy, they was on a mission last year, and that should be even better this year, Anthony. You know how that ball's got to be thrown, anticipation's got to be heard. Him and Ayuk have that chemistry already built. I want Brock to be able to bust out of that snap, throw that ball without even looking, because he knows where his boy is. Ayuk comes along and catches that ball as smooth as silk and takes it to the promised land, and they can do that. They did it last year, and Brock wasn't even as powerful, as good as he is now. Oh, I want that back.
Yeah, the back end of our defense looks good.
I know. Isn't that special? When was the last time we were able to say that, Anthony? When was the last time we've been able to say that? We look better than ever. And this goes all the way back to Bill Walsh days.
On the team.
God. Even I'm talking about.
Yeah, we had Eric Davis back then.
Yeah, I'm talking about what's his name in the hot licks? That's the best secondary we've ever had.
Running been so long. Running Lott.
Hicks, Lott. We had
Eric Davis.
Yeah. So we're gonna be okay. We don't have to worry about that anymore. But as soon as we get over worrying about
Luther Jr. looks good too.
Been picking that ball.
The coach was talking about Darrell Luther Jr.
I know. That's your center fielder.
Yeah, Darrell Luther, he not got a pick. Mustapha not got a pick.
Damn near two.
And Johnny Brown not got a pick.
Yeah. Yep. Jair's had 3. It seems like he's had one every workout so far. So yeah, we're gonna be okay.
Ronbo, what did I tell you about the pass rush we got out of Carolina Panthers?
Gross Matos, yeah.
I tell you that big one, big and fast.
Today's the first time I've really seen a full photo of him. I've seen him in pads and smaller photos. There's a close-up of him now. That's a big dude, and he's quick. Uh-oh! Nick may have that book in.
They say Mitchell tried to come around the edge, say, Ralph Matter let him down.
You know? He ate that dude Saubert. They just ate that dude Saubert. He's going to get cut. S-A-U-B-E-R-T. I think it's Saubert. Yeah, Saubert's true. Yeah, but they haven't got any pads. They're not going to make any decisions just yet, though. I'm premature on that. So,
yeah.
Anthony, let me see you Sunday, which I can't wait. Let's hear tomorrow's workout. Actually, next week's workout is going to be better. I can't wait to put the pads on, actually. That's when you got the offensive line out.
That's what I'm waiting on right there, on the pads. Come on.
That's where the trenches matters.
They take a Leonard Floyd out there cutting up.
Oh, man. You can't do anything with a guy like Leonard Floyd when you're not wearing pads. You've got to hit him. You got to hit him hard, too. You can't do it.
Yeah.
All right, fam. I'll see you Sunday.
All right, Ronbo.
Night, Anthony.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Anthony.
All right,
night, fam.
Yeah.
And Mr. Block Eye says, how are D looking for the new DC so far? Hey, Mr. Block Eyes, actually, they're looking very, very pumped and energized. I don't know what Steve Wilkes did to him last year because they did not look like they're looking right now already. From according to Fred Warner, they're just happy as a hog in a puddle of mud in the middle of July. I have folks from Arkansas, Texas, and Louisiana, so I heard all these silly country sayings. Hey, yo, Eric. And talk about the South. Let's go ahead and check out the mouth of the South. Here's the chief cook and bottle washer of the Dragon Clan. He is from Tennessee. Papa Dragon. Pop.
What's up? Holla from the deep, dirty South. I am a transplant from Ann Arbor, Michigan. I've been here now 12 years. Yeah. And it's been very good, Ronbo. I retired to the right place.
And see, and the nice thing about that is you don't have to be associated with Don Burr because after 10 years, you've already got that clearance.
Oh, I already said that a long time ago, man. Detroit, they could just nuke that whole city and I wouldn't care. I grew up there.
Nobody says anything great about Detroit. I've heard this from so many guys that live in Detroit and got the hell up out. Oh my God, I drove through there once.
I grew up there.
Oh.
I grew up there, man. I was like Barry Sanders, man. I just sent a fax one day. I was out.
Man, that made you a tough kid, though. From what I understand about the streets of Detroit, boy, there were some mean streets.
No, it ain't that bad.
Yeah, no, it's always overrated.
It's like there's you have your couple rough areas, right? And then after that, you have a bunch of people who pose. Most of the people are just decent people. Yeah, most of the people are decent people, but you have gangs and everything else, and any child is dangerous with a gun or with a group of his friends, no matter where you are.
That's been proven. Damn.
So but I will tell you this: if you did grow up there and you go someplace else, like I said, I grew up there, but I left there when I was like 18. And didn't go back.
You couldn't wait. Most guys don't mind staying home as long as possible to the teen years. Not Pop. Pop's up out of here.
Well, I grew into a man. I went to college.
Go away to school too. That's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you go to college, man, and you see how different things are. You don't go back.
Oh, and the independence is so wonderful.
It was so good. It was so good to hear from Smooth tonight. His words
Wasn't it go smooth, man? Smooth.
It's like his words are very, very inspirational. So I hope some of y'all who are struggling with your health listen, because he was definitely speaking the truth. And it's people like Smooth who beat cancer. He's beat it before. He could probably beat it again. You know, I know quite a few people have been given that death ticket. That, oh, you got 6 months, and I got a neighbor who's given 6 months 2 years ago, and he's still running around.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The Almighty makes that decision, not the doctor.
Well, there's decisions you got to make too. Sometimes the Almighty just has to give you the right wisdom to make the better choices. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I've seen some crazy stuff, man, happen. Like I said, I had a couple of relatives who were given about 6 months to 12 months. And, you know, one of my relatives, my uncle, he last, and he had breast cancer and was 145 pounds.
Ooh.
So he had that rare breast cancer thing, and you know, he wound up going into remission and beating it. And, you know, I have a cousin, husband, he beat his cancer with sex. I'm not lying. That's what he did.
I thought I heard you right.
With a bunch of women, but it worked.
Yes.
That's some of big still running around 10 years later.
Medication can't get any better than that.
He took care of it. So, you know, like I say, man, life's got a lot of mysteries, and it is what it is. Speaking of mysteries, Ronbo, you know, the Lord God, Genius King, Kyle Shanahan, who, by the way, is the rightful and true 3-time Super Bowl champion, according to him. It's quite evident to me, Ronbo, that there are no problems. There aren't. I think that Kyle Shanahan knows exactly what he's doing. And as the God, Genius King, all this is in his scheme. All of this is in his plan. Okay? You know, he's already taken Trent Williams on multiple vacations.
Yeah.
Him and Jed. You know, but the reality is, Ronbo, who makes the final decision on personnel?
I wish I knew. It's got to be Kyle, though, as you call him.
Kyle Shanahan makes the final decision.
Yeah.
Who hired John Lynch?
Kyle
Shanahan did.
Yeah.
He makes final decision. Ronbo, who makes final decision on the game plan?
That's definitely Kyle, as Steve Wilkes knows.
And Ronbo, who makes the decision on whether or not the quarterback can call audible or change the plays?
That's that guy again.
And Ronbo, who makes the final decision on the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft for 49ers? Who makes the final decision, Ronbo?
The final decision? Yes, indeed. Mrs. Shanahan's baby boy, Kyle.
Yeah, he does. Yes, he does. And he makes all the game time decisions. As a matter of fact, Ronbo, I've never seen it. I've seen it before, but not in an organization that is supposed to be so affluent, so proud, so dominating. I've never seen
and committee and by committee ran, but not this one.
Yeah. I've never seen a head coach belittle a defensive coordinator and fire him.
Ooh, right in front of everybody.
And have nothing to replace him with.
Oh.
Have nothing to replace him with.
Ooh.
Never seen that.
That was bad. That's a bad move, Kyle.
Just like
he can't even get a job now because Kyle embarrassed him so bad.
I don't believe in ageism. I really don't. But just like I don't believe a 70-year-old to teach a kindergarten class or run the country,
they'd kill him.
70-year-old shouldn't be coaching football. Sorry. That's just what I think, Ronbo.
So Belichick's out, okay? that 25-year-old he's got is going to take him out before next year anyway.
Oh, and Donald Trump, God love Donald Trump. God love him, because I don't. That son of a bitch has just opened up a whole can of worms. His ass is still on the golf course. Now, all his business is out there, dummy. Now, what I'm trying to say is, Bill Belichick's not a solution. Kyle Shanahan's the solution. But the real question is he wise enough to change, Ronbo?
Maybe. So, Pop, when you think about it, him calling Belichick is interesting because Kyle doesn't call people.
No. Oh, you don't get to do that, Ronbo. We don't get to talk about things that might happen in fantasy. No. We get to talk about what actually happens on the field, Ronbo.
And then there's,
Was there practice today, Ronbo? Was there practice today?
Something resembling practice, yes. It was a debacle.
There was a practice day, right.
Yeah.
And we just came off of an NFL draft. That's supposed to be the richest draft in offensive linemen in years. And I know in my mock draft, I drafted 3 of them, 3 tackles. That's how serious I was, Ronbo. Actually, I drafted a center and 2 tackles. Okay? Now, did he draft any tackles? No. Sure didn't. You know who saw that, Ronbo?
You.
You know who saw that and probably had a little smile on his face?
Every team in the league. Bruce Arians might be one.
So Trick Williams saw it and smiled. Yeah. Trick Williams saw that and smiled. He said,
that's a good point.
Hell yeah, baby. We're going to Sizzler. We go. He said, "What you talking about?" Oh yeah. But, there ain't nobody behind me. Nobody. So while Brandon Ayuk is making a fool out of himself, trying to go down there and bang all the cows, Trick Williams is sitting on top of the hill going, "No, we're going to walk down and fuck them all." That was Trick Williams, baby. That's Trick Williams right there. I'm not mad at him.
I always wish I could talk to you for an hour. I know. It's a sad thing to watch. I just hope it gets worked out within the next 2-3 days. I hate when the 49ers carry these kind of antics on early and late in the camp.
They got no choice. They got no choice, Ronbo. They got to work it out. Think about it.
By tomorrow,
he had a horrible Super Bowl. He tips plays. He's old. And he's got the leverage.
Pop, we got to go.
Man, if you want somebody to coach Ronbo, Trick Williams should coach this team.
Or you. Pop, we got to go, Pop. Your time always burns up quick because it sounds like it burns up quick. We've been talking a long time, but it's always fun with you. Well, I got a lot of guys it's fun with, but we're getting late at night. So, Pop, I'm going to see you Sunday. I can't wait. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, Ronbo, shout out to you in production. Shout out to Tony Down Under. That's my guy. That is my guy, Ronbo. Okay? That is my dude. Shout out to Smooth, my guy.
Yeah.
Prayers up, dog. Shout out to Big Daddy Ronbo Lot. Sports and the production crew. All right, we out.
Pop, give my best to the whole clan. I'll see you Sunday.
You see Big Show. You smack Big Show in his big-ass head. Tell him I love him. Pop. That smart bastard.
There you go, Big Show. Straight from Pop's mouth to your ears. Night, Pop. Hey, Eric, come on in.
Detroit blows everybody.
No, wait, that's not Eric. Eric, that would be funny if it was Eric. Eric. Okay, Eric's probably got some kind of connection issue because when it went out, you could hear how it was going out. Eric? Yeah. Well, it's a big show. Ooh. So, you just heard about, Pop just went ahead and, okay, I don't know what's going on now.
Can you hear me?
Hold on, I don't know. Okay. Hold on a second. Before that, Brian has dropped off a contribution. He says, these greedy players, but we got to pay them, I guess. Hell with some of them 49ers need to sign Ronbo. Thanks, Brian. So this is in line with what you're thinking, too. But you're not crazy about paying players billions of dollars either. And by the way, nobody disagrees with you on that, but we just think the reality is if you're going to compete, you probably have to, unless you're the Texans, have got to be the most blessed team in years. My God, you got Danielle Hunter's over there, CJ. Oh, I mean, anybody that's been in the league the last few years is over in Texas. They got good barbecue from what I heard, though.
And not only that, but Texas is a tax-friendly state, too. Don't forget.
And then there's that. I forgot I visited a friend in Texas. I was shocked by the fact that wherever you shopped, you didn't have to pay tax. Whatever the labels, whatever the sign said on the item, that's all you got to pay. It's really.
That's why you see everybody going to Dallas. That's why you see everybody going to the Texans.
Detroit versus everybody.
And people going into Seattle area, they don't pay taxes in Seattle either. If you own property, you got to pay. But otherwise, man.
Florida's property taxes are out of sight, though. They're insane.
Florida? I thought they were tax free still. Well, they got okay.
They don't have any state income tax, but their property taxes there are through the roof, and so is their insurance, their homeowners insurance and things like that too are insane as well. Yeah. But anyways,
you win on one area and you lose on the other. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. What a pickle we're in right now. Like I had said the last time I called in, we have 2 one-alarm fires right now going on. Brandon Ayuk is actually a 2-alarm fire. Yeah. Brandon Ayuk is actually a 2-alarm fire, and Trent Williams is a 1-alarm fire right now. And I truly believe that Brandon Ayuk is not priority 1 in that line of payment.
I agree. No argument here.
Payment distribution goes. You know what I mean? Like, I truly believe they're either going to force Brandon Ayuk to play on a 5th-year option, which is the most likely scenario, or put a franchise tag on him and trade him after this year, or trade him at the deadline. Is option number 2. Because the franchise tag gives him a little bit of a raise, which is what he wants. I believe the franchise tag is what, 24 or 22 million? And he's making he's making 14 million.
Who's going to give you those draft picks? Doesn't that call for 2
Commanders first? The Commanders is the number 1 destination he wants to go to. So you need to get on phone with Commanders, or
you're going to waste it on somebody else anyway. So you might as well get a guy who can play. And he's only 20. He's not even 26 yet, is he? Well, how old is he? Anyway,
he's 27. Brandon Ayuk's 27.
So by next year he'll be 28. That's fine. A good wide receiver can last till he's 32.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I was saying he'll be 32. If you trade him next year after putting a franchise tag on him, somebody gives you 2 first-round picks. They got to pay Brandon when they get him. And then he'll be 32 with a 3 or 4 year contract. And that's not a big deal.
That'll be their problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I better get something good, though. And Ricky Pearsall better be just hell. Go ahead.
If we pay Trent Williams, I know we're talking about camp tonight, but I take everything that comes out of camp with a grain of salt, because it's an Underworld 2.0 again. Yeah. It's too early to tell right now. But if you pay Trent Williams an extension, a 1 to 2 year extension, that's probably the end of the talks of Brandon Ayuk contract situation.
Yeah.
That means most likely that we're not going to be signing him to an extension at all, period. Because, like I mentioned before, we have it's not 13 players that we're going to lose. We have 41 free agents next year.
I know. So I wish you quit reminding me of that, actually. And if
I know
Brandon, I would call Trent up and say, why can't you wait until I get my money? Jesus, that was selfish.
Brandon Ayuk doesn't protect the quarterback like Trent Williams does. He's not the most important player on the offense.
But like you're saying, if they would have paid Brandon first, clearly they were going to pay Trent. There's no doubt about it. See? And so that would have been a conundrum for the 49ers, though. But go ahead.
And you just see the quarterback market explode again today. Tua's getting $53 million a year.
Damn! And neither one of them better than Brock.
What's his name?
Jordan.
Jordan Love's getting $55 million a year.
Just $2 million more.
Trevor Lawrence got $55 million a year. And I
Trevor got paid $55?
think, and I hope, Trevor's $55 million a year.
So Tua got $2 million less. That's so bad. I could just see him now crying about that.
That is Brock's floor is $53 million. It's going to explode up from there.
No,
if he has a good season this year.
There's going to be other quarterbacks signed between now and then. That's why ESPN's projection 65.
Dak Prescott's going to break the market again too.
I want to see that so bad. For a few minutes, I'll be laughing until we get to our time. Jeremy!
And I hope and pray to God that they do not drag Brock's contract situation out as long as they did Ayuk's. And
brace yourself. That's what they do.
Trent Williams deal, because I am bracing myself for that, because I think that's going to happen.
I do too. I know it's going to happen.
And
there's no way the 49ers handle that.
I mean, if Kyle feels that I'm slowly changing my tune on Kyle. I truly believe he can get us there with any quarterback he has under his belt. He just has to have the right player, the personnel around the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted that when we had Hoyer and when we had CJ and when we had Nick Mullins, we barely had a team put together in Ronbo.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have the superstar power that we do now.
Yeah.
And if we keep this core together and just plug in somebody
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if we keep this core together for the next 3 to 4 years, and if the quarterback market gets way too expensive and they can't come to terms on an agreement with Brock Purdy, I know this is going to sound controversial, but do you think Kyle Shanahan will be just fine with bringing in another quarterback and putting him behind there and keep recycling the quarterbacks? Like, I think he truly can do that. Keep us in contention every year with a quarterback.
And Kyle's going to draft a quarterback next year. I think he just didn't want to do it this year because he didn't want to rock the boat or send the wrong message to the rest of the guys on the team.
Look out for guys like the Dillard kid out of Oregon, Dillard, Dillard out of Oregon. Look out for Jalen Milroe out of Alabama, and look out for the Drew Allar from Penn State, who's 6'5" and can actually see over an offensive line.
What are you trying to say, Show? You know what?
Show, I'm not trying to say anything, but I'm saying I'm not saying anything. But they have an advantage. So.
The prototype. Show, he's going to wait till the 7th round again next year to see if he can have that lightning strike at the same place twice.
Or 2nd or 3rd round, which is where we find our gems at. I mean,
well, 5th round. You got to get 4th or 5th round. There you go.
There you go. So, if they continue to drag, if they don't pay Brock Purdy next year, then the quarterback market's going to explode even more. You think $55 million is cheap now? Wait until next year.
It's not.
It's going to be even more insane next year.
Well, the cap's going to expand. I don't know if it's going to expand to accommodate that kind of money, but it'll expand. I just wish this is the way the 49ers do things. I don't know what kind of clause they put in every contract that everybody disagrees with, but I wish to hell they would stop and alter that somehow so it's player friendly to some degree at least, Kyle. And since you're calling all the shots over there, talk to John in Prague.
Yeah.
God.
As much as I love Brock Purdy and I want him to stay here for a long time because I think he is a franchise quarterback, but unfortunately, money dictates everything. Do you want to have a team that's in contention in the next 5 years, or do you want to have a little team?
You got to have
having your quarterback take up 30% of the cap.
No, if you're winning games,
you have to ask yourself. Seriously, ask yourself.
Oh no, that's the way it goes. If you're winning games, your cap is used up for the most part. You got to manipulate and shuffle
because of the talented team you have around your quarterback.
Exactly.
If your quarterback is making 30% of the cap, if your quarterback is taking up 30% of the cap, then chances are of winning a Super Bowl are very, very slim.
Well, unless you draft really well. You get the luckiest draft of all time, like the Texans. Gee, I don't know if the Texans did that. That is amazing.
They hired Nick Caserio from the Patriots, who once almost, I think he was with them through that entire dynasty, Nick Caserio.
I think you're right.
In that front office.
Yeah, he has a brother, too, that worked in the organization. Yeah. So we got to go, though. Let me see this Sunday.
But look out for Trent Williams. Look out for Trent Williams to get done
over the weekend.
Ayuk. I mean,
oh, no doubt.
Yeah, because if he threatens retirement, our season's done.
Yeah, and they're not going to let. And the 49ers will exactly do what he says. Then, yeah. Oh,
that's how important he is over Ayuk. So, without Trent, we're nothing. We're flatlined. CMC can't run. CMC will get injured if Trent Williams isn't out there. Deebo Samuel will get injured if Trent Williams isn't out there. He'll be blocking his ass off more. Get it done, guys. Get Trent Williams done, even if for a year. Like he's approaching 36 years old, almost 40. This is about the time Joe Staley retired. You remember that? About this age.
You're darkening the door.
I'm
going to see you Sunday.
And remember, before I go. Trent Williams almost had his foot in the door in Kansas City.
I know.
And he's contemplated retirement before, and I'm pretty sure he's threatening retirement right now if he doesn't get a deal done. I'm gonna put my foot in the retirement door, guys. If you don't give me my guaranteed money, I took so many contract restructures over the past few years to save this team money and build the rest around you guys. It's time for my money now.
We know we're doom and gloom situation. Stop. I'll see you Sunday.
Well, we got to face reality sometimes instead of living in the clouds like some of us do.
I'll see you Sunday.
So, shout out to Papa Dragons. Shout out to Ellis, all the Tonys, and everyone out there. Y'all have a great night. Take care.
You too. Night, Joe. Shows that guy that if you're sitting there crying, and you've also got this to be worried about, and by the way, here, take some more tissues. because I'm not done yet. Before I leave here, you're going to be in the hospital, because I think your whole life is crumbling right before you. So, you should just prepare yourself for this to go wrong and this to go wrong. And also, this is going to go wrong until you finally just tackle him down to the ground and tie his mouth up with a gag. Hey, Brian, come on in.
Finally, the law has come back to Ronbo Sports. What's up, Ronbo?
Well, Brian, first of all, it's delightful to hear your voice and you sound cheery and happy after the show came in here and poured concrete in the swimming pool. You know what? There's things that are going to happen that are going to be good. And one thing we can look at is some of the players that came in the last few days that are showing promise early on, and I'm feeling good about that. There's some guys, Brian, the guys that are looking bad right now are guys that were expected to look bad for the most part. So you look at Mason, you look at Gross Matos, who's showing a lot of promise. You look over in the offense, Jordan Mason. Well, you can go from there. How are you feeling about the workout so far?
Well, before I address that, let me address the 36-year-old elephant in the room by the name of Trent Williams. So, as I stated, 2 weeks ago, you remember when we talked about disgruntled 49ers? We said first it was IU. He kicked off the campaign.
Yep.
Then about midway before the summer even started, CMC said, "Hey, what about me?" So they said, "Okay, all right."
Didn't wait or hesitate.
He didn't even pull out that feather and put feather to paper. Now here comes Trent Williams. Trent Williams, I guess they finally read the contract. He said, "Hey, I'm not gonna have any guaranteed money next year, so I'm just gonna chill out. I'm not showing up."
I can't believe he didn't notice that last year. And why did they wait till now? I'll never know why both Trent and CMC waited until the last. What am I talking about? Of course you wait till now. That'll hurry that ass up because we don't have any time. Yeah. Otherwise they'll drag it out for the whole 2 months.
And think about it. A caller said it earlier. He said, "Look, they knew. I mean, Trent knew. Yeah. Trent knew Trent saw their hand a long time ago when they went through the NFL draft and didn't even draft a backup.
Like Pop said, exactly. Oh, they didn't draft a tackle? I guess I'm worth gold.
Didn't even draft the backup, so he got him. So, but guess what, Ronbo?
We got Ricky Pierce on.
It's gonna get done. It's gonna get done.
I know
it's get done.
I figure within the next 48 hours.
The offense doesn't even move without Trent Williams.
Absolutely.
Trent don't catch not one ball. He don't tote the rock. He don't throw a pass or anything.
Doesn't play defense.
But it's like taking a spark. It's like taking a spark plug out of a Lamborghini. It will not move.
Yep.
You gotta have all of it. He's a big spark plug. Yeah.
All the engine parts around that you want to. You pull the plug. You want to wreck your buddy up, go out, get under his hood, take a spark plug, and watch him sit out there cussing and screaming. Paid how much money for this car? Yeah. Can't believe it won't start. And then you go over and knock on the window. You looking for this? You know what? I got an idea for a gag now.
It works. It works. Yeah, it works better with this.
How much you gonna give me for this?
Right. But now to answer your question, Ronbo, I'm like you. They might as well cancel practice today. I mean,
right? Somebody could have got hurt out like that.
And I'm gonna tell you something, Ronbo. That Leonard Floyd, when we play the Rams, oh my God.
I just hope he's healthy because he's supposed to be nursing a hamstring issue. But let Floyd put some ice on it. Don't work him. Take a couple of weeks off. As Leonard Floyd knows everything he needs to know about football. He doesn't need to be out there every day for practice. But in a couple of weeks, he can come back.
Trust me, when we play the Rams, he gonna numb himself up. He ain't missing that game.
Yeah.
He gonna be like, I told y'all shouldn't have let me go.
Yeah, and pay me my money. Y'all paid somebody else.
Should have paid me my money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He gonna show them what they gonna. He's gonna show them what they missed.
But in fairness, fam, they didn't have no money.
Man.
Yeah, the Rams. They were dead.
But you notice, yeah. But that But you stated it earlier, Ronbo. You know, I kept hearing you, and when you first came on, I kept hearing the word you was talking about how practice went, and the main common word that I heard from you is sacks. This guy got this sack. This guy got that sack. So I said, "Oh man, that offense is
and
that
some of that
O-line
sacks
is
and pressures.
terrible."
Oh yeah, there was no O-line out there today. It was just bodies standing there being abused. Ooh.
Camp bodies, just camp bodies. It was camp bodies.
Oh. But in fairness, there was no pads,
man.
so that is to the advantage of the defense. But still, it wasn't that way the day before yesterday.
And what's up with Dobbs? What's up with the backup? What's up with Dobbs, man?
Right? I don't know.
Man, what are you?
And I can't believe a brilliant guy like that. This offense should not be that difficult for him. Complicated? No. You're a rocket scientist. We make jokes about this isn't rocket science.
Yeah.
You're a rocket scientist.
You work for NASA. You work for NASA.
Yeah. What is the problem?
What is the problem? Man, he looking like a scab. He looks like a scab. He practicing like a scab player.
You know what though? Let's wait till he absorbs things a little longer, and maybe that'll translate to his body, and he can throw the ball where he's supposed to. Those deep throws downfield where he couldn't reach Cowing or Danny Gray though, that gives me reason to pause a bit more. How come?
Yeah. There's a reason for everything.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see. Can't give up on him yet because I know he can play.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Play.
Tell you what, Ronbo. As long as Fred Warner don't get hurt.
I know. Ooh.
As long as he don't. Now, if 5-4 get we need to count our blessings. Of all the names that we've heard, you notice 5-4 has been he has been faithful.
I know he runs a defense out there, fam. He's got that microphone in his head. He's out there putting guys in position to make plays. He cannot go down.
Yeah. Now we sitting here talking. Yeah, we sitting here talking about what's his name, Greenlaw. We sitting there worrying about Greenlaw. Well, you better hope Fred don't get hurt. That's the equivalent of missing a Trent Williams.
You know, okay. So who would you put there? Now let's think about that. Devondre, and the kid that Fred said looked better than anybody in camp. That's been working out for us a couple of years. Man, that's something. If it happens, we're going to pass out right in the middle of watching the game. Fred.
Yeah.
D. Winters.
D. Winters.
D. Winters.
Yeah, D. Winters.
Yeah.
And Devondre might be okay. They're not going to be as good. They're not going to be Dre and Fred, but they might be able to hold it down a little bit till Fred. I don't want to. As long as they don't get Fred and get seriously hurt, maybe take a week or two off. That's enough.
Yeah. As long as
Brian, we're going to
go. Long as they ain't doing the home game against Kansas City
or the Rams, because they'll never stop chirping if we let them get away. Because you got to beat the Rams' ass.
No.
Oh hell yeah! We can lose to the Hawks, but lose to the Rams, they will not shut the hell up. For God, they will celebrate a victory for 5-6 years. They're still crying, yeah, we beat that butt, NFCCG. Do you know how many years ago that was?
Oh
so, they don't care. They don't get to win nothing.
You never hear the end of it.
Haven't been there. Haven't done that. It was just the first time. Anyway, hey Brian, let me see you Sunday, fam. All right, appreciate you.
All right, Ronbo. Shout out to you. Shout out to the faithful, and shout out to production. The law is out.
Night, fam. There goes Brian riding off in the sunset.
All right, Ronbo. Holla at you.
Night. Thank you, fam. Holla at you is right. All right.
Yeah.
Let's check on Eric one more time. You know, Eric, he probably, I see now Seahawks fans spying in on him, knowing he's talking to 49er people and not saying nasty things. I'm hoping they didn't drag Eric out of that house. Lou Jet, as opposed to legit. Legit.
Yeah, Rumble. I'm too legit to quit, and I'm ready for the Niners season.
It's here, legit. Here we go, man. Let's try it again. This is the one. So people can say, about time, Niners. You lose it. It's not going to be appreciated like it should be. But you and me and a lot of others can say, yes, 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 yes. But don't look for Jalen to say it. Jalen going to say, man, I've been waiting for 4 Super Bowls to get one. Lose it, man. We were talking about workouts. We were talking about the holdout, the hold in, the offensive line. What are you thinking?
Just excited, just excited just to get the whole season going. And, some of the new players, there has to be a gem in there. And I don't care if it's one of the high drafts or if it's one of the lower drafts, but there's always got to be a gem in there. And hopefully that's the missing piece, I'm hoping.
Yeah, because, you look at Mustapha. I thought Mustapha, he looks like a linebacker, but they're saying that dude could play safety. You lose it. If you come running down that field and a guy like Mustapha hits you, you're going to hear that, that tone, that bell, that when you get hit. Yeah, I think that's going to be, I think he delivers that kind of punch. I can't wait to see he lays out somebody and see how they get up and walk to the wrong sideline. That, obviously, see that? That's what I'm talking about.
We got to beat teams in all 3 phases: defense, offense, and special teams. So if everybody just plays the basic ball and they follow their assignments, we got a chance. And back to Kyle. Kyle has to just take a little bit more risks. But I think if we have to do it this year, man.
I know, because people are becoming impatient now. You can't be this good. Keep going back to that same place and coming up try. We are not going to be the Buffalo Bills with that area code of 044.
No.
It's just we can't, that's not acceptable.
Yeah, no. We can't be the bridesmaid, man. Because I know, we're trying to be fair with Kyle, and I know the whole thing about that if we get rid of him, like who we're going to get. But the result is if you're in second place or you're in 32nd place, it's the same thing. You didn't win. Anyway. You didn't win the Super Bowl, so we're giving them enough chances, and we were almost there, and he did a couple of hiccups, and that's what drives us crazy, because
I know
it's like right there.
I mean, you got a damn good team, Lugit. How many Pro Bowlers did we have? What are you doing?
Yeah, we had a lot of them. I think I said it in a few phone calls a while back that they said that he scripts the first few plays really good.
Yeah.
But they were saying that he needs to script the last
game.
Really good too.
Have some surplus script plays, okay, Kyle? Boy. And that means, because Luigi, you know why? Because that means over the scripted plays, they went over and over and over and over again. I know there's not enough time within a week to script an entire game and going over plays over and over and over to the point that you just can't get it wrong. But they got to come up with another way to keep up that intensity for 4 quarters of offensive prowess and stop making goofy mistakes. And Ray McLeod, we could have still won that Super Bowl. Ray just falls on the ball. It's always little stupid things to go along with the offensive line. It's not just them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why I don't let loose on Kyle all the way, because exactly what you said, that it's not always him. But there are some moments where even if Ray McLeod jumped on it or didn't jump on it, there were some opportunities where we could have scored more, and that mistake that Ray made could have been nullified by just having more points on the board. You know what I mean?
And we went 3 for 13 how many times? I think we set a new record in Super Bowl for going, we were 3 for 13 on conversion, first down. I said, I wasn't counting, but is that right? Because when they said the figure over the air, I wasn't even counting, because I was so, you know how you're nervous and crazy watching Super Bowls with us in it every time? We're 3 for 13 of what? We missed that many. Oh shit! Oh, no wonder.
But see, Ronbo, what I remember seeing when we would win Super Bowls is that there were some that were really exciting nail biters, but then there was a couple of them where it was supposed to be Clash of the Titans, and then Niners just beat the crap out of somebody.
I mean, the Chargers will never get over that beating.
And I think we got Denver one time pretty bad as well. But see, if we make it again,
the Chargers. I thought it was
I know both of them. I think Denver and the Chargers got a pretty good beating.
It's just wasn't even in the game for me.
So I'm hoping that since Shanahan doesn't know how to close, maybe he needs to learn how to just blow people out of the water, so he doesn't have to worry about closing.
See,
just start off, just ring up the points.
Don't make this a fourth quarter affair, Kyle. Let's just keep your foot on that neck until they can't breathe. I want them playing. I want our fourth quarter guys. Yeah. I want all the scrubs, guys sitting on all reserve players to be playing a Super Bowl in the last 3 minutes of the game. That's the way I feel about that. Yes.
I think that's the formula. That's the formula right there, Ronbo, is just have all your third stringers playing in the last 5 minutes, the rookies running around, and everybody else is already saying, the champagne's ready. But in order, see, Kyle did that at Atlanta. He couldn't close it. He couldn't close it with us. So just work on blowing them out. Blow them out.
And because he does get scared. But I'm excited. He really does. He gets scared. Yeah. And he plays conservatively. When that happens, we always get snuck up on.
You know what I do, Ronbo? I go through life,
living on the edge,
dealing with people, and I just like going around and meeting people, and I'm a people person. I like looking at personalities and seeing who's who. What I noticed about Shanahan is that if he was not a head coach, whatever he would be doing, he looks like he gets frazzled at the end. If he was a police officer, he'll probably do something dumb. If he was a surgeon, he'll probably do something dumb. If he was doing something, he has that personality where he's really good at it, but then it's like, oh man, you just built the house, but you forgot to put in the last 2 screws.
Yeah,
and the house falls down. Like he always does something.
Yeah, the house falls down, and he says, "Well, actually, that's not what I told the people who were working on the house, to make sure that area is secure now." Because Kyle will pass the buck in a minute, boy. I tell you, we got to go, but he better not do that this year, because we all know Kyle now. We all know him very well.
Exactly. So we can't make excuses after this. We've been fair, Ronbo. You've been fair. We all been fair. Yeah. So after this season, we can't defend him, because, like I said, I love his creativity, but we need that 6th Super Bowl, man. We need it. We need it, man. But before we go, Ronbo, I just want to say, you're probably gonna remember the street, Carlos B. Street in Hayward.
Oh, Carlos B. Yes. Cal State University. You go right down Carlos B. and up that big mountain.
There you go.
And you're there. Yeah.
You're at the top. That's literally higher education.
I tell you, and that Kyle needs
to go way on top of the hill.
He needs to go to Cal State Hayward.
Well, the reason I brought it up, because I heard you say that a few phone calls a few weeks ago.
That went to Hayward,
and I graduated. I went to Hayward as well.
Forest Conference. Listen, I'm gonna see you Sunday though, fam. I'm tickled to death you brought that up. All right. Let me see
just it's a small school, but we got our education there, and we got.
Oh, yeah. You Hayward too? All right.
Yeah. I was there. It's a small school and everything, but it's in the Bay, so it's all good.
That's the thing. Any place in the Bay is cool. All right, fam. Let me see. I'll see you Sunday, and Lucha, don't make us wait a year. I haven't talked to you. How long's the last time I talked to you? I'll look for you Sunday.
No. Yeah, man. I was on vacation, so I was gone, man. I was out. So, but I'm gonna start checking in, because it's gonna start to heat up. Yeah. But take care of yourself, Ronbo, and good luck to the guy that's going through that medical situation. Yeah. And I just want to say also to Tony from Atlanta, I like the way he Even though he's an Atlanta fan, he has a lot of respect. That's a classy fan there.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Not you, Texas
Ronbo,
boy. You're the
man.
exact opposite, okay? All right, fam. I'll see you Sunday, Lucha.
Okay, take care, man. All right, take care, man. All right.
Good night, fam. And let's bring him on in here. He is the representative of Z. He is Jalen.
Hey, Ronbo, how's it going?
Dennis, it's going all right, man. You know,
I'm a Gen. I like to think of myself as a millennial in a Gen Z body, Ronbo. A lot of people tell me I got an old.
Don't do that,
soul.
Jenny. You know, millennials really get on my nerves. Be a Z person, okay? But go ahead.
Yeah. A lot of people say I got an old soul. Bruh, Ronbo, Patriots versus Falcons, Niners versus Chiefs, Niners versus Rams, Niners versus Eagles, Niners versus Chiefs again. This man has had 5 opportunities to become a champion. Ronbo. 5 opportunities. Hasn't gotten it done. Now, a lot of people will say, well, Jalen, you name another coach that has gotten to 5 Super Bowls or 5 has had that many opportunities.
Answer that question,
and I would tell you, if we do give them those opportunities, are they gonna choke like Kyle did?
Good question.
Because you can't say nobody's been there, but if they do get there, what are they gonna do? Kyle gets there, he chokes. We can't say that if these other teams get there, they're gonna do the same thing. Because when they do get there, they win.
Yeah. Well, no, wait. Now, it's hypothetical. You can't really answer that because they haven't played yet. The other teams, I mean.
Ronbo. But when they have made it there, made it there.
No, Jalen, that argument's got holes in it because if the Chiefs were there, except for Tom and his boys, the Chiefs took them down. You know what happened to the guy with your name? Jalen Hurts got hurt.
Oh, you talking about in that Super Bowl?
Yeah. They should have won. I mean, it's this.
No, Ronbo.
Jen, this is my thing.
They shouldn't even have been there.
Well, then there's that.
They should have been playing the 49ers.
That should have been us. But still, Hurts,
been us.
I don't know how in the world they got away. Again, that's the Chiefs.
Ronbo.
Change them not to the Chiefs, the Kansas City Houdini Club. Man, it's some lucky.
Ronbo, I can't think of too many other teams in the league. Because, I mean, if you think, hell, even when you think of the Giants, Ronbo. Last time they were in the Super Bowl, what happened? They won it the last 2 times. If I were to ask you, Ronbo, if the Giants were to go to the Super Bowl 4 more times, do they win it? I'd probably say yes. Because
at least a couple. And the Peyton owns the Patriots for some reason, though. I wonder if he'd have done that against anybody else. But anyway. Jalen? He'll be back any second. I can tell you he lost something somewhere. Jalen. Those are good questions, though, because the Chiefs have only won 3. But they've won 3 of 4. That's outstanding for the length of time that Patrick Mahomes has been in the NFL and the Chiefs. Andy Reid took over the Chiefs.
Ronbo, I'm back. I don't know what happened, Ronbo. I got disconnected.
I thought you'd be back any second. Right. Go ahead. Continue.
I don't even remember what I was saying. Long story short, Ronbo, the last time we saw a lot of these teams that we, have claimed have not been to the Super Bowl, the last time they went there, they had success. Or at least one of the few times they did go back. Like the Seahawks, they went back 2 times. They got one. Rams went 2 times. They got one. Broncos went back in 2015. They got one. Eagles went in 2018. They got one. We've had 4 opportunities at a ring, Ronbo, and we have not been able to get one.
Wait. We've only had 2. Well, no, we've had 4. Forgot
no.
I know. NFCCG.
Championships count.
I'm trying. It's embarrassing, Jalen. I feel terrible about that. We look bad. That's why people like Texas Boy and all his contingent can come in here and talk trash. They have a little bit of bullets.
Ronbo, we all know the phrase, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, can't get shame. You know what I'm saying? Fool me 3 times. Okay, Kyle. Fool me once that first Super Bowl. Fool me twice that Rams game. Fool me 3 times you lose to the Eagles. Damn it, you get a 4th against the Chiefs. So what, we giving them 5?
It's gonna be the charm. Yeah,
Ronbo, that's a we gotta. And I didn't even know what Big Show said was true. We got 41 free agents next year. Are you serious?
I really wish he would stop bringing that up. I already knew about that, and Show reminds me of this every time he comes in here. And Show, I really appreciate it if you'd stop it. So,
Ronbo,
yeah,
I seriously mean this from the bottom of my heart. It's Super Bowl this year, or we're gonna be, yeah, it's Super Bowl, or for at least the next 3 seasons, we're gonna be rebuilding.
Well, we're kind of headed in that direction anyway. Whether we
Ronbo,
win or
we
not,
should already have a ring by now.
Well, no,
that wouldn't matter if we had
no
a
argument
ring.
there.
Nobody would care if Kyle had 2 rings on his belt. We'll say, "Hey, Kyle, cool. We'll keep you around for another couple years. You a champ." But he's not a champ. He's a choker.
Good example is the Rams. The Rams embarrassed themselves immediately after that Super Bowl, and nobody's saying anything.
But they got one, Ronbo, exactly. But they got one. They got it done. Say what you want about them, Ronbo. At the end of the day,
and I do,
they got it done.
Yeah.
Say what you want. In the record books, nobody's gonna say, "Oh, they stacked their team." It's gonna say Rams Super Bowl champions.
You know, if there would be anybody but us getting in there, it'd be none of our business. But Jesus Christ, we were the ones that Kwasky T decided to drop a gimme.
Yep. And then Jimmy Ronbo, a caller said earlier, I think it might have been Papa Dragon, he did not want to address the offensive line. You saw your quarterback's arm get snapped. You saw 3 other quarterbacks go down that season, and you did not think to address the offensive line in this draft.
No, because Chris Forrester told me you don't need to do that.
Okay, Ronbo. So I guess so him seeing his quarterback get his arm broken and watching Jimmy G go down, watching freaking Josh Johnson get concussed, and watching Jimmy G get bomb rushed by Aaron Donald in that NFC Championship, he didn't think that an offensive line was necessary.
No, he didn't.
Think about how we've lost all these games, Ronbo. Both of the Chiefs Super Bowls in those NFC Championship games, it came down to the offensive line not being able to hold up pressure at the end. But we don't need to work on the offensive line. Let me just tell y'all something, Ronbo. I'm going to start saying this for Kyle Shanahan. Just wait. It'll happen. The choke job is going to happen, Ronbo. Just be patient. He is going to choke in those playoffs.
You've been watching Stephen A. Smith.
Ronbo, I have five receipts of this man choking in the biggest games that he has. 5 receipts. You can no longer defend this man. 3 Super Bowls and 2 NFC Championship losses, Ronbo. He's a choker.
It looks that way.
He's a choker. Let's just call it how it is. He's a hell of a play designer, hell of a builder team.
Yeah.
He's gonna win you games. Yeah. Big game come, Ronbo. He's gonna choke. Yeah. He's gonna choke. He's Kirk Cousins. He's Dak Prescott, but he's a coach. Hell of a guy. He's gonna give you all the great stats, Ronbo. He's gonna. Oh my God! If Cal's if he gets fired, he's gonna get picked up immediately. All of those things, yes. But he's not going to win a championship as a head coach, Ronbo. He just can't do it.
I feel like, okay, I'm going to pass judgment on this. Kyle Shanahan, you will do 5 years with the Carolina Panthers, and and that's it. Jalen, we're out of time though. You've condemned him again, and I can't even offer an argument today, and it's over. But Jalen, I'll see you Sunday, and I'll be waiting. I'll prepare an argument. I'm ready for it. Somehow.
Well, Ronbo, hopefully all these money situations are handled with Ayuk and Trent Williams, because the way that this is looking, Ronbo, it's not looking good.
I know.
Hey, Jalen, I'll buy you some ice cream if you say I love Kyle Shanahan.
Jalen's going to say he's lactose intolerant.
That's right. That's more than I'm right. Ryan, I'm trying, man.
I made him laugh. I made you laugh.
Man, I'm trying, man, but he just, God, man, he oh, my God.
Come on, man. I know you want that McFlurry. I'll get you a McFlurry.
No more McDonald's food.
I love Kyle.
I want a ring. I want a ring, brother.
I hear you, bro.
Jenna, you're gonna get one too. Jenna, I'll see you Sunday, okay?
Rombo, don't keep telling me that and get him my
You know I'm gonna do it. I'm gotta do it. I gotta believe. Jenna, you gotta believe too. Believe it. All right, I'll see you Sunday.
Come on, Jalen, believe it.
Brian, I really do sympathize with Jalen. Everybody else in Z. It just
Ronbo, it's a shame they weren't born in like the 70s or 80s.
I know, but
to
still,
see our team win.
It's time for the 49ers to cut it out. Just don't keep going back there.
I know.
So, yeah. Especially when you had a team like you just had. Jesus, that's a good team. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, yeah. God. This has to be the year. I agree. Like, if Kyle can't get it done this year, he's got to go. But
I think Brian, I think he's going to quit if he doesn't.
As far as Trent Williams, I'm sorry I interrupted you. But.
No, I'm just saying if he does, because you said he's got to win it this year. I got a feeling Kyle quits if he doesn't win it this year. He's going to step down and just say, because it's embarrassing for him at this point. He has lost face tremendously. If he loses again and he gets all the way there and comes up dry, that is embarrassing.
Well, exactly, and I don't think Jed York would ever fire him.
He won't.
Ever.
Jed loves him. Jed just likes the fact that we're involved every year. But Jed will wait. He's got patience. If it takes us 5 more years to get one, Jed will wait. But he's not going to fire Kyle or John.
Oh.
He likes him.
Well, I think all that Jed cares about is that stadium is full every game, you know?
And Brian, and you remember that plane flying over the top? Sell the team, Jed. Sell the team, York. Yeah. Sell the team, you know.
Yeah, but Ronbo, who's gonna buy it? That's the thing. Who's gonna buy it?
Oh, Elon Musk. Somebody will buy it. You know, because the thing is, they're gonna go at a lot of owners. Think about it, Brian. If you had the money to buy a team, and Jed York says, "I'll sell it to you for X amount of dollars," you and I would jump at that because I already got a plan of how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go get Belichick out of retirement. I'm gonna give him what he needs. I'm gonna say, listen, I'm gonna tell you what, Bill. I'm gonna give you 2 years. How about that? I like the way you do things. You've already proven it. Because I can't think of another coach I'd have. Because everybody else in the league is no better than Shanahan. Even Kyle asked Belichick to work for him. So, that's a tough road to hoe.
Yeah, that's a mess because California is just getting more and more expensive every year for the players,
Right? And they're not going to want to come there and pay all the tax.
It's insane. So, I don't know. If I had a chance to buy the 49ers, I think I'd move them out of California real quick.
To where? Brian, you'd be
Montana,
booed.
where I live.
Oh, no, man. The Montana. Hey, you know what's so funny, though? Because that's the kind of time you could keep the name, the Montana Niners. Wasn't there some gold being mined in that area? Yeah, there was.
Yep, there's a gold rush up here. Betcha. But I don't know. It would really make a lot of California people mad at me. I think they wouldn't be happy.
The facility
probably
you
couldn't
would
get
build.
Enough people here to fill the stand.
I was going to say the thing is you got to get some people to come in, but the facility you build in Montana would be unreal. It'd be like talk about
it'd be
sci-fi.
5-star Rainbow, and you'd have your own suite every game, Rombo. I'm telling you right now.
Oh.
Yep.
You could have conveyors that actually bring, some kind of a system where you could bring people in from afar with lightning-like speed for low prices because of the amount of people. The volume would actually pay for it. If I got a stadium that holds a capacity over 200,000 people and everybody can see, I can bring in people and it'll pay for itself soon. I've already got a vision, Brian. Let's do this.
and wouldn't be wrong with having one game where it's free admission,
Yeah.
Just one game a year. You can't tell me the NFL can't afford that?
The owners won't afford that. They're just not going to. They can't handle that. I lost over $1 million, $2, $3, $4 million in that day.
Speaking of the owners, I really do think they're going to come up with a quarterback cap, don't you? I think that's coming.
Well, they've got to, because the cap's not expanding quick enough to keep up with that. Those prices are becoming now. $65 million for Brock next year is a possibility. Okay, how much money is left to play the rest? And if the cap is going to be, what is the cap right now? Can you recall that offhand?
Is it 249? Oh,
see, so
isn't it 270?
So it's not quite over 3 yet, right?
No, it's not over 3 yet. I don't think.
See, and we got
I think it's
how many
like
guys?
270, isn't it?
And we got more guys over 15 mil than anybody in the team, or anybody in the NFL.
Yeah, it's getting really ridiculous. I mean, the money is there. They could just make the cap a little higher. I think it would help a lot of teams out. But geez,
but that's.
Can you imagine making $60 million a year as a quarterback? That's insane. Yeah, man. Why would you play football? You could play for a couple years and retire. I could.
I know, right? but these are guys that love the game. They're not going to be happy until they win a Super Bowl. And a guy that's driven like Brock Purdy, he's going to win you a Super Bowl. I really feel that about him.
Oh yeah, and this Trent Williams stuff, like Ronbo, how can you not look at your contract and not realize that you're not having some guaranteed money coming?
He knew. Brian, he knew. You time that. You start complaining at exactly the right time. There's no time to drag ass on this. They have to pay Trent, and very soon. He's not going to have to wait 2 or 3 weeks.
And Ronbo, I got to call Big Show out again. You know I have to. We just had a discussion about how we don't like old players on our team from Big Show.
Yep.
And now he's saying that Trent Williams is our team's going to be horrible without Trent. Well, he's one of the oldest players on the team, Big Show. And now you're saying we're not going to have a team if he's not on our team this year.
You know, let me help you out, Big Show, on this. What Big Show means is I need a quarterback that's still on his rookie contract. That's where he should stop.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make the whole team young. Give me, I 2 or 3 guys rookies if I get lucky along with that quarterback. But when you look at what Texas is doing, this is the ultimate goal for any organization. C.J. Stroud is just a beast. And now you can pay all these henchmen to play around them at premium prices. They are going to be hell to stop next year. Oh, my God. Oh.
Well, thank God they're in the AFC, huh?
But the thing is, AFC is more difficult than our division, Brian. They've got, it's a gauntlet. And CJ, Lamar,
Ronbo,
Josh, Jeff, I mean Burrow's blonde hair and all. I mean, it just goes on and on. But Harbaugh's over there with the Chargers. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. AFC's tough, but Ronbo, I just don't see anybody in the NFC that's tougher than our team right now. You know,
no, I don't either. That's why I like our division.
As soon as we get all this contract BS done, I think we'll be just fine. But Niners better draft somebody for Williams next year. They better.
Oh, they should have this year. So it's already too late. But hopefully they can do that, or else we're going to do like we always do.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Go pay somebody too much money to pay left tackle.
I didn't think Trent will pull this card. Kind of was a shocker when I heard it the other day.
You got to be smart about this with the 49ers because the 49ers are, they're hard to deal with. Anyway, Brian, I'll see you Sunday, though.
I don't see why. I don't understand any of it, you know. I don't understand why they're so difficult.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they should hire Big Show for some of their financial issues.
Big Show would get rid of everybody.
Yeah. Brian, he'd make sure I wasn't on your show anymore.
Brian, we got to go. I'll see you Sunday.
All right, Ronbo.
Nice,
yeah,
Brian.
I'll see you Sunday, buddy.
Looking forward
Have
to
a good Saturday.
You too.
All right. See ya.
Brian.
Bye.
And let's go pick up on Ayo Ellis. He is Ellis.
Yeah.
Ellis.
Brown Dizzle.
Hey. Ellis, I tell you what, man. You know, because I needed to see. It's unrealistic. It's fantasy. It's Disneyland to think that the first 2 or 3 days of practice would go peaches and cream. But, you know, I didn't really need to hear what I heard today about Josh Dobbs. And, you know, there's some things that are I don't know if you're with me on this, but I've become very sensitive about certain things. And Big Show doesn't help coming in here reviewing upon all the miseries we have. And I'm waiting for tomorrow, and hopefully good things will happen, even if nothing but to humor us. But Ellis camp is what it is. There's been some guys that shined already. So there are some good things to talk about. And the holdout and the hold in, Ellis, you're feeling as this date, 49ers season 2024. What are you thinking?
Shit, I mean, it takes a while, man. Coming to this team, I mean, look at who's came to the team and really started just playing good right out the gate. That we've picked up, like, as far as free agent, like.
Oh yeah.
Outside of Chris McCaffrey.
Boy, silence. What's his name? The wide receiver we had for Super Bowl year, Emmanuel Sanders, Trent Williams.
Right. Okay, so we got three guys, but Emmanuel Sanders we had him for a half a season. He was gone. I don't even count him on
half a season.
He stay with us. He was trying to go and get the money, and then he didn't do shit after that.
Quit, retired.
He was over there with the Bills, and then that was it for him. Wasn't nobody trying to pay him all that money to for him to stay. But I mean, it's not easy coming to this team, man, and just taking off right away, So I'm not surprised that Josh Dobbs is having a
I forgot to mention
a hard time.
Yeah.
Josh I'm not surprised he's having a hard time. I mean, Javon Hargrave came in.
He didn't look all that good either. That's true.
He's overrated.
But don't forget about the guy from the Washington team, edge rusher.
Chase Young.
Yeah, Chase
Young.
Laid an egg.
Overrated. But I'm sure he'll play good in New Orleans. I think that's where he got picked up by, right?
Yeah, he needed to heal up. He had a neck injury, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't say anything.
The moral of it, man, is like, if you haven't been on this team, you're not going to really stand out right away. So these guys, these newcomers, everybody, they got to get, this is a different bloodline. This is a different type of
football
environment. You know what I mean? So, I think that's why it's so important for to IU to make sure that he stays here, because I mean, it's not going to get any better.
Could get worse real quick.
He's never going to play for a better team in his entire NFL career. He has to know that. You can play for many great teams, what have you. I mean, let's just say, and I hate to say it because they cheat all the time, but the Chiefs would be like the best place that he could possibly go, and that would be the only thing that could be us as far as greatness is concerned.
Absolutely.
So he needs to get his act together, and we need to make sure we meet him in the middle, come up with a good figure.
See, that's what I'm talking about. We don't know what they're telling him, because he wants to stay.
Yeah, they're playing hardball, but he's kind of being messy and shit too. So it's kind of like, it's going to be a little bit of a head-butting situation. It's to be expected.
Well, I would say just get it worked out, because the hold out and the hold in, that's not a good look. And every time people look at that, 49ers still having problems, and now they got Trent Williams to add to it. What are they going to do without Trent Williams? People don't even mention Ayuk probably. What are they going to do without Trent Williams? That's serious.
It's kind of weird. I don't know if the guys are just trying to rebel, but it's like, shit. At first it was, Brandon Ayuk was already complaining. Then Christian McCaffrey, he was silently, having a little, little fit, little issue, and then now Trent Williams is like, come on, you guys, like, we only got so much money that we can afford. Y'all all are millionaires. You're all going to be generationally wealthy. You know what I mean? Your kids should all have money, as long as you know what the hell you're doing with your money. That is, if you don't, there's nothing.
And you have to tell somebody else you can't get paid, because we had to pay Trent, or we had to pay Ayuk. See, that means I know about. I got to take care of me, but you don't care anything about your teammates. Somebody's gonna get dropped. Maybe 2 or 3 guys get dropped because of y'all. You can't handle what we're giving you, so you can ask for more.
Yeah, what do you think about that Tua and Jordan Love contract?
Oh man, I don't know how to feel about that because I don't know if we can afford. Because John Lynch, you see how confident they look about next year? They're like, oh no, we look forward to having to pay Brock Purdy. What? Really? Okay. Well, okay. But you know better, Ellis. They're not. Oh, we're gonna be going through this next year.
6 years, $300 million or something.
Oh, you stretch it out for a long time. Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
what's 65? 6 years? 6 years? No, maybe 5 years. 65 times 4. 300. What'd you say? Did you say 300? You said 300 mil, huh?
Yeah.
That's 75
That's just
more
an approximate.
than Jordan Love. You realize that?
He's going to be the highest paid quarterback in NFL history next year.
And maybe that might last for a long time unless Dak Prescott gets paid. $225 over a 4-year period for Jordan. So then we give him 300 mil. Ooh, that's a lot over the standard.
Close to it. I'm just kind of ballparking.
No,
but,
you should.
To be honest,
because 65 times 4 is already up there too.
Right. I mean, look at what the Chiefs did with Patrick Mahomes. Now his contract doesn't look too crazy now, does it? 10 years, $500 million.
Yeah,
that's a bargain. That's a bargain. That's a hell of a bargain for 10 seasons. Shit, these guys are getting 4 years. They're getting almost $500 million for 4. For less than 6 years.
Oh.
I'm saying they're like in the ballpark. You know what I'm saying? Halfway, a little over halfway there to 500. So, with less than, with more than half of the years on the contract. So
$1 billion.
Brock, I Brock for at least 6 seasons. I don't think 5 is. I think they need to go ahead and commit fully right now and get that shit out of the way because 4 years is going to go by really fast. I know there's always that, there's always that possibility of injury. I mean, shit, what if he, we just don't know. Like, what if something, heaven forbid, was to happen to where he couldn't play for a really long time and be on the hook for a lot of money, and then we would be having to start over again. But it's what you got to do. I mean, it's just what you got to do. 5-6 years minimum. Not no 4-year bullshit. Go ahead and pay him and keep him for as long as you can, and not have to worry about it. And you guys can spread that money out and manipulate the books and stuff, and
make that cap small, or make that cap hit a little. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Where else we're gonna go?
Good. Camp is. I hear that. Camp is kind of. There's some good and bad going on, and with Brandon Ayuk not being there, but Debo's definitely taking full advantage of Brandon Ayuk not being there, so he can be the star of the show. And, he's going for a contract to try to get some more moolah.
Absolutely.
So this is fitting for Debo. And, Trent, if Trent wants to play at least for 3 or 4 more seasons, then I don't see what the problem is in trying to give him some guarantee money, or just figure something out to where you guys can guarantee him some money. And, but that with the injury stuff, Trent getting hurt and shit sometimes or whatever, man, I know it's a little finicky, but Trent's, he's loyal to the soil, and he's one of the best to ever play that position. So, we got to make sure we take care of him, and as long as he's thinking about us in the same fashion, we need to just meet in the middle and make that happen.
Agreed.
Get our motion.
I agree.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You know what it is.
Good stuff, Ellis. As usual.
Platform. Thank you for the platform, fam. Shout out production, man, and shout out to everybody, man. Donut, Tanisha. Shout out Frank. Shout out Tony Tone. Shout out Evan. Shout out 49er Brian, man. He be in there cutting up. Shout out Big Show, man. And,
don't leave smooth out.
Shout out Jalen. It's all it's all love, man. We family, so
don't leave Smooth out. Smooth is like the symbol of this season.
Who that?
Smooth.
Who is that? Somebody that calls in?
Oh yeah, no. Smooth is the guy that called in. He's dealing with cancer right now, So everybody, we're sending prayers up on Smooth all the time now. You may have not heard.
Okay.
Yeah, you may not heard Smooth yet. Okay. Yeah, Smooth is.
I haven't. If I have, it might have been once or twice because I'm really not familiar. So
that's okay.
My apologies, man. Shout out, Smooth, man. We holding up prayer, not faithful, man. We behind Smooth, and the faithful, man. We stay faithful, man. We all family. So everybody, make sure you put your prayers up for that brother. And it's all love, man. Y'all know what it is, man.
Right.
God be with him, and all that. Hit that like, subscribe. You know where you at. Wipe your feet. Shout out to chat. Go get him, chat. All right, now.
Peace. Peace. David.
What's up, Ronbo?
David, it's that time of year when this year I said last year, let's not overreact with preseason activities. But I've learned to look at it in a different way now. I look at the guys that are doing well, even at this point, and try not to get carried away with judging people who are not doing well. Josh Dobbs, but you're what are you thinking?
Well, I think the O-line was something they had to take care of, but they did draft some O-line later on in the draft.
We picked up a few. There's some different guys.
Yeah, they look pretty good. I think they feel. I mean, I know people are like saying, "Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you get the offensive line fixed? Get some O-line, some veterans." I think they did get one guy, right? They got one tackle.
You got Purdy looks like he's worth writing home about. Yeah.
Purdy, and then they got another vet. I think he was from the Browns, wasn't he?
We picked up some guys. Yeah, not from the draft. Yeah, but we picked up a couple other guys.
But I think for defense, they did a pretty good job taking care of that gap that Armstead. Yeah, left. With Collins and
they said the guy from the Browns does a good job against the run too. So we're going to see.
Oh yeah, and then also Evan Anderson, the rookie they got, that guy.
Yeah,
he went me DJ Jones.
Yeah, what round did we get him? Some of the guys that came in the later rounds, I can't keep them on my mind. I just, the names we read about every day are being flashed out there. But there's some guys they rarely talk about. I don't know how they're doing in practice, but yeah.
Yeah, Evan Anderson reminds me of DJ Jones.
Oh, so he's the big guy.
Yeah, he's quick too.
Was he UDFA? Yeah. But see, I want to hear more about him too. I'm not hearing anything about him, so I don't know what's going on with him.
I mean, I've been listening to the Krug show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he talks a lot about what's going on in the draft.
I did catch Krug was talking about him about a month ago. Krug was already high on him. Yeah.
Yeah. So they got some good guys. I think it looks better than people think. Honestly, just listening to all the reports and stuff, I think it's a lot better than we think.
And better than everybody else too. That's the thing. See, we rate our team from our standard, when really most teams can't meet our standard. So we probably should lighten up. But yeah.
Yeah, we're too harsh because there's a high expectation for our team, right? That's the whole thing about it.
That's right. We should have had that trophy. We'll get it.
But it's okay. It's okay. I mean, that's being a 49er fan, we're a little bit spoiled, so we expect always
a lot,
right? So, but just do me a huge favor, please.
Well, go ahead.
I just cannot stand any more whining from Big Show.
I knew I could see it coming.
Yeah. I
can feel it. He's going to say, please make Big Show stop.
If you let him make the decisions, the financial decisions, he'll be like a whiny Trent Baalke.
Show is just, he's just worn out. David, a lot of us can handle this to some degree. Even you and I and some other people who just don't get too shaken. I get shaken, but I get over it. I mean, when I rethink about it, I may feel pain again, but you learn to keep moving. Show it has manifested itself within his entire body. It's just making Jalen the same thing. It's just making him crazy. So, I sympathize with him.
Listen, really quick. Listen, I sat through 3 of them
Yeah.
with my oldest boy back when we lost against the Ravens. He was in junior high.
Yeah.
He was bummed out.
Yes, of course.
Right? And then he got, and then the second one with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And it really bummed him out. And then this time around again, I said, "Oh man, they're gonna do it again to us. They're
and what did you
taking
say
it from
to
us
him?
like kids."
Yeah. What
I
do you
looked
say
at him
to
and said,
him?
"Listen." Well, this is what I said. I said, "Listen, I'm upset. I'm bummed out, and I'm hurt. But I was there. I watched the '94. I watched some of the '90s. I was young when the other ones happened. I was younger. I'm 47, right? So
yeah.
So I watched those. I watched them win, and I know it hurts. This is the first time I'm experiencing this, right?
Yes.
But we felt hurt. Not as bad as Super Bowl losses, but we felt hurt. Like, for example, when we would lose to Green Bay, and when we would lose to the Cowboys in the '90s, and I mean those were really bad times, and they weren't Super Bowl losses, but so there. But when that happened to
Those
me,
are bitter rivalries with the Cowboys. Those those really hurt.
Yeah.
And Cowboy fans were at in their heyday. Oh, they were talking trash. They'd come to church wearing cowboy blues. I said, man, y'all ain't got no shame, okay? Gosh.
But I told him this. I said, listen, unfortunately, you're getting the tail end of what we never got back in the 80s and 90s, but they will win one. Yeah. And you will experience it.
What we do.
And then you will see how it feels, and it feels really good. And it'll happen. So I know you're upset. I know it hurts because they're really, 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 really into the Niners. So
of course, and David, as the Harbaugh losing that first, so now we're 5-1. It took me a long time because we can never lose by a team just beating our ass. We have to find a bizarre way to lose, right? So Kaepernick's passing the ball, and we could have given the ball to Frank Gore, who damn well was going to get the end zone.
They should have given it to Frank.
Give it to Frank.
Or Vernon.
And we tried to trick him. You're right. Exactly. We had all kind of options.
Ray Lewis couldn't cover. Ray Lewis could not cover Vernon Davis the whole game.
Ray Lewis was not going to take Frank Gore down. That's exactly right.
No.
So we made the wrong choice. It took me a long time.
Listen, Ronbo, if that was the case, we would be 10-time Super Bowl champions. But
you got it.
I tell people, I say, listen, you could be great, and you will. I mean, we are great. We're one of the greatest franchises in history. And when there's glory, there's also will be pain. Yeah. And this is our years of pain. But I think, honestly, with Brock Purdy, I think we're going to get
something good about him.
We might get two, honestly. So hold on, everybody. Hold on.
David, good stuff.
And don't listen to
Go ahead.
Big Show.
Finish that.
Please.
Don't
listen to Big Show.
You can't. Big Show can't be stopped. He's like Frank Gore coming down through the middle. You're not going to stop.
I think he's a Patriots fan, honestly. But deep inside, I think he's.
So remember to address that when you get back. So we need to know your loyalties in life.
Just to remind you, I'm the guy that lives in Hallsburg, California, where with Patrick Willis. I don't know if he lives anymore, but he's lived here in Hallsburg, California. Yeah. It's not too far from Salinas and stuff.
I know.
That's where they live.
I had friends that used to go over there. Hollis is a beautiful city, beautiful homes. I mean, Hollis is awesome. I've been there a long time. But David, listen, man, I'll be back Sunday, and if you got some time, get on in here. I'll be looking for you. All right.
I will. I'll drop in. Have a great night, everybody. Don't listen to the Big Show. And I've been on for a while, so I haven't heard Rudy, thank God. And have a good night.
80 special? All right, I'll see you Sunday. Night, David.
Bye-bye.
Oh, God. Hey, Tony, ATL. Tony.
Ronbo, good evening. How are you?
Oh, it's a great evening. Tony, I'm doing all right, man. It's early to preseason. No need to get shook up yet. It's so funny, Tony. You react the same way to certain things that you read, no matter what time of year it is, right? Josh Dobbs, I figure he'll be all right. And, hold out 1 and 2 will, this is going to be something we'll sweep under the rug soon. I mean, not sweep under the rug, but we'll get, this is a bridge we'll cross and get over it soon, But so living in the moment, though, it's real annoying. And you just got to learn how to handle your own feelings. It's not healthy to be bent out of shape all the time. So I find things to appreciate about the workout. And it's okay.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins is looking awesome.
I read about that. I wish I would have said it. I read about that. And I thought about you yesterday or the day before I read about that.
Timing.
Yeah.
It's like he's almost in mid-season form, but it's just, just no pads and all that. But he hit Daniel Mooney on a bomb, and he hit Ray McLeod on another bomb for a touchdown. Nobody
ever accused Kirk Cousins of not being able to throw that ball. Somehow Kirk has had the worst luck in the world in some games. It's like the curse of Kyle is with him. That's Kyle's boy. Hope he doesn't bring that over to Atlanta. You guys don't need that.
No, because he's going to love the offensive line he's playing behind that he's got in front of him.
Kirk?
One of the best offensive lines.
Oh, yeah.
But Ronbo,
every quarterback's dream.
Dude, I cannot believe that the Miami Dolphins gave Tua a 4-year extension of $212.4 million.
With all that poo-poo they was talking. It was acting like, well, we don't really feel that a contract of that magnitude is warranted. Well, why you guys talk all that trash? And they did the Jerry Jones. Remember Jerry Jones was making jokes about Zeke, asking for, I forgot what he was asking for at that time. But him and his people were there laughing and carrying on. And then they paid him. I said, what do you want? You guys laughing like you got a lot of nerve asking for that much money. Miami.
He's got the highest paid 4-year contract in history. $167.1 million guaranteed. Ronbo, aren't they going to be in cap hell within the next year or two with Tua? They paid Waddle and they paid Tyreek Hill. They're not going to have any money.
There's one thing I've never understood, and I didn't understand it about the Rams. Remember you and I were calling for an investigation for the Rams and how they're cooking their books?
Yes.
Also,
yes.
And who else was doing that too? It had just the team was just stacked. And you wondered how they could pay all these people. 1-year contracts will help. I understand that because it lessens the hit.
Yeah.
But still, you guys got all them. It looks like a Pro Bowl team. So,
I know. So they're going to be some type of salary cap hell. It's coming. It's coming.
They might be pushing on. They got OBJ over there. OBJ got over there and immediately checked into the OR or the IR. But somebody asked me in the conversation, why don't you guys pick up OBJ? Why don't you shut up? What the hell am I going to do with OBJ? And why would I do that? I said, OBJ ain't going to last you for 5 minutes. One play, he's hurt. And it's now to the point he really does need to consider retiring. He's done.
He should. He's chasing whatever he's chasing.
It's over.
Maybe trying to get another ring because a ring that he won wasn't real. As far as
he left the game early for a leg problem.
Yeah.
Remember he planted his foot and all of a sudden his knee gave out. Yeah. OBJ's just he's fragile. That's like that cornerback we had. They can't. This isn't a game meant for them. They're good at it, but their body can't take it.
Hey, Ronbo, I was looking at y'all's drafts earlier today, and I saw y'all drafted another guard out of USC in the 6th round, Jared Kingston. I don't know much about him.
I was about to ask you about him, too. I saw his name, but I have to ask you about these college guys, especially once we get late rounds that nobody was talking about before, and only the scouts know what they're talking about.
I'm looking now to see if he's in one of my publications because I get the draft, all that stuff. Jared Kingston. But that USC team was soft. Remember I told you about them?
Hey,
the Pac-12 championship game 2 years ago. He was
and
part
that's
of the
why.
problem.
But you said Caleb was also a part of the problem. So maybe Tony was his offensive line.
Big part of it.
He's tearing. I understand he's tearing up. You saw that footage of him. Looks like he looks pretty comfortable in Chicago.
Yeah, I saw that. Of course. I also saw footage of us. Michael Penix went back to pass. He was bouncing on the bounce. he zipped this ball into the tight end in between two linebackers, right in between them. I'm like, man, the dude got an arm.
You know, when I look down through I go to Bleacher Report. They've got a lot of footage on every team. I read any Falcon activity. I read about Kirk Cousins though. They're going to put Kirk Cousins. They're thinking about putting him in some special category for the workouts. And I thought about you because it was like, you know, I'm talking about prestige coming from the coaches. Boy, whoa! What are they going to put Kirk and a couple other guys too? Well, I read about JJ with his high-paid butt. What's going? Oh no, JJ's not. No, he's not. He's still in Minnesota. Kirk is in Atlanta. I was thinking Kirk and JJ must going crazy too. But you got a lot of receivers over there in Atlanta. You don't need JJ.
Yep, Darnell Mooney looking good. I just hope he keeps it up. I want to see Rondale Moore. I hadn't heard nothing about him yet. He's supposed to be our number 3 that we got from Arizona in that Desmond Ritter trade. But I'm like, man, we got some speed at receiver. We really do.
Hey, where's that guy with the Hall of Fame legendary name? That receiver came out. Did he come out of Stanford or what's his name? Name your receivers. Yeah.
Talking about Drake London.
Drake London. That sounds like.
Yeah, first round.
Oh yeah, you know. Yeah, that's a perfect name for a wide receiver. Yep. Drake London.
Oh, and I found out yesterday too. The coaches are talking about Kyle Pitts will see. He said 30%. They're going 70% action at tight end and 30% action at receiver.
Oh, I'm like, really? Somebody finally figured out he's a weapon. You're not utilizing him properly. That's what you do.
You know, I said, well, we do have Charlie Warner and Ross Dwelly.
It's all right.
Back up tight ends. We probably
Pitts,
could use
Pitts
Pitts as a receiver.
Pitts is still the guy in that room, though. I mean, Ross Dwelly was underused. Ross Dwelly's, you're probably already noticing, Ross Dwelly, if the ball's to be caught, he's going to catch it.
Can run routes. I like Ross Dwelly. He can run routes. He got soft hands. Y'all rarely played him.
Kyle, I don't trust nobody but George Kittle. Yeah. Got him damn near killed. He's running around there, his core is all torn apart, playing with a flat jacket, and you still won't substitute him. With George, it's his fault to some degree, too. George is so good at inline blocking. I mean, he's just too good at what he does, and he likes it. Anytime you catch a tight end, talk about there's something about forcing a man to do something against his will. George, geez, you're so sick. I want you out there as a receiver, George. I mean, I know you like bending dudes up, but come on, man. I need you as a receiver.
And that strong safety y'all drafted in the 4th round, Malik Mustapha. I've seen like 3 of his games at Wake Forest. He was 3rd team all ACC last year, so he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's proven it already.
He can tackle too.
He's had a couple of he's had 1 pick and 1 near pick, so he's gonna be all right. I can't wait to see him in and like you're saying, I can't wait to see him in pads and lighting people up. Mustafa hits. I got some footage on him. Mustafa hits. He wants you to remember he hits you too.
Has Schrader done anything? Have you seen Schrader do anything?
No, I was going to tell you, I haven't heard. Dobbs missed him on a wide open play. I just ran a swing route, and Dobbs, for some reason, just completely just melted. I guess Dobbs will be okay soon, I hope, because he is our number 2 guy, and if something happens.
Coaches will get them together. It's training camp. Now's the time to get all that rust out and get them together.
And I hope it's rust. Yeah, and you're probably right. It's probably just rust because we've seen him play better than what I'm hearing about. So he'd be fine.
Yep. Grady Jarrett is helping these young guys. Man, I like our defense. I haven't even talked about the offense. That's the most I've talked about our offense all year. What I just said to you, I've been studying our defense. Man,
and you should, Tony. I told you about this last year and the last year before that. Because you guys, I said, Tony, you know what? I don't know how many more weapons you need on offense, but man, your defense is what's holding you guys up, and you knew it, and that's why you wanted certain people over there that you couldn't get.
Yeah, we drafted 5 rookies this year.
Yeah.
Yep, and then Eddie Goldman. I keep telling the Falcons chat, Eddie Goldman, he hasn't played in 3 years, we don't need him to start. He's going to be David Onyemata's backup because when Eddie Goldman, he was a beast in Chicago. knocking people down like bowling pins at that nose tackle. He's going to be our backup nose tackle. He's going to help us.
That's an important position too, ain't it? Nose tackle.
Yep.
Well, that big kid we got.
Rombo, these salaries are getting out of hand, Rombo.
Oh, they've been out. Tony, the salary's been out of hand for years.
Jordan Love got paid also after Tua got paid today.
They're smart. You don't want to be playing, wait till everybody else gets paid, and so the market's moved up so high that it's unreasonably high. ESPN's already predicting $65 million annually for Brock Purdy after next year. Ooh. And if Brock Purdy does good things next year, shoot, ain't no telling where that's going to go. And then the 49ers are going to put it sitting on their hands.
Our youth situation.
Yeah, I think the 49ers are going to make him, and I really feel sorry for him because they're going to pay Trent Williams. There's no doubt about it. They paid CMC without even thinking about it. Mm-hmm. And there's Brandon Ayuk, who's probably asked John, "Why I don't rate enough to get paid?" I mean, I understand. CMC came in 5 minutes later. He's getting signed. They're going to sign Trent Williams before they sign Brandon too. Brandon Ayuk is going to get. He's going to have to play his fifth-year option. And the 49ers might come along mid-season and give him a raise or something like that. But they're going to keep him hungry, which I'm not sure is a bad thing, but I really feel sorry for him. He deserves better. He had a great last year. He deserves something.
Hopefully something will get worked out. I know one thing the Falcons used to do in the Matt Ryan, Julio Jones era. Matt Ryan, and you heard me say this, restructure his contract to help get some people paid. Yeah. A couple other guys, Jake Matthews, will restructure his. Yeah. Maybe y'all could do that to help. I don't know. Well,
I think every other guy every other Pro Bowler we got has got a restructure going on, and if not all of them. I think they've already restructured everybody to the point we're going to be paying them until 2040. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these guys, they stretched it out. They kicked that can so far down the road you can't see it. So I don't know. We'll see.
So have you heard anything about your young tight ends, like the two kids y'all drafted last year?
Yeah, not much. A couple plays were made. The two not good things are being said about Cameron, and analysts are already saying this is pretty much the two's. He's got to get it done now. He's got to prove, and he's in a room full of people now that are going to give him a hard time. So. Yeah, the other guy, Evans.
What about Braden Willis?
Yeah, Willis is the tough. Willis is looking good, and that's why I'm saying the two's got his work cut out for him. There's one more guy too, and then you got Lofton. I don't know.
There's another guy y'all got, Ronbo, that we drafted. I didn't know y'all picked him up. He's been with Denver. He's been with Miami. Eric Saubert. We drafted him in 2017.
He's the one who got abused today, blocking. Yeah, is he good as far as the tight end goes?
The better receiving tight end and blocking tight end.
Yeah, because he couldn't back. I mean, Leonard Floyd. Can you imagine you're this guy and here comes Leonard Floyd? Leonard made short work of Saubert and went and got the quarterback. So you know how Kyle is too. If Saubert can't block, he's either going to get cut or he's not going to be in the game. Cameron, the two.
Exactly.
I think Kyle's would have drafted and probably picked him out because it looks like a Kyle pick when everybody else thinks we should have got somebody else that was also in the draft at the same time and was available. Kyle goes and gets the guy that you're not thinking about. So he'll probably make the team because Kyle, it embarrasses him every time that happens. So I don't know what's going to happen with the tight end.
Y'all got to get Braden Willis. Y'all got to get Braden Willis some playing time.
Yeah.
I looked at his college tape. If he wasn't for that injury, he would have been like second round.
See. Tony, we're gonna go. We're way over our clock here too. So I'm saying, hey Tony, I'll be back Sunday and see what develops because now every day there's gonna be something.
Yeah, Texas boy, I see you still in the chat talking your smack, but the clock is ticking. Y'all are going down. Y'all gonna have one of the worst 5 defenses in football because of Dan Quinn. I miss Dan Quinn in Atlanta as the head coach. He's a great defensive coordinator. Yeah. I lost 3 defensive linemen, and 2 of them went to Dan Quinn in Washington, Texas. Well, so bend over and stand by. Texas boy, I'm not going anywhere.
And McCarthy is still.
I love Texas.
And McCarthy's still running things over there. I love it.
McCarthy knows he's on the hot seat. Carter knows he's gone. And when the season's over, Purdy's going to ask for his and Dak Prescott's ID card. They're going to escort him out the building.
And they'll see Bill Belichick walking past them coming into the building. Jay Tony, we got to go. I'll see you Sunday.
Let the Trey Lance era begin. I'll see you Sunday, Ronbo.
Looking forward. Night,
Take
Tony.
care. Shout out to production. Shout out to you, Mr. Smooth. Praying for you, brother. Prayer is strong. And we're going to keep praying for you.
Damn right.
Keep fighting, brother. Night, Ronbo.
Go. Night, Tony. Oh, God. What we got here? Oh, that just came in. J.I. Jones. J.I., you're early, man. We haven't started playing any games yet. J.I. Jones, if you didn't know, he is the guy that makes sure that we win games by coming in early in the game as soon as we start to mess up. And you know how we like to do in the opening quarters after that first drive, and we go right in and score. 2 drives later, we're down 14 to whatever. And Smooth coming, yeah, we're going to lose this game. I know for sure now. Smooth said, G.I. Jones, we're going to have a 500 season loading. Calling it right now. Jones, you do good work. Keep doing it. Thank you, fam. And I'll see you Sunday. And let's talk some more 49ers football. Smooth. Have a good night. We ain't going to never stop thinking about you. And fam, don't forget to subscribe so I can find you so you come on in here and join the fun and help us work these Rams and Texas boy. Have a great night and hit like. A night.